behind, not in front of, and they
So we don't have anybody who's red, right?
Correct.
red is clear.
Alright. I'll go red.
And the last main person who's
there
red
is
is Buck.
also a lime green. No, actually, that is already.
Lime
sorry.
green is Mark.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah. Lime green is Mark. Dark green is Pete. Light blue is Max. Very, very light blue. Dark blue is Laurence when he's hunting. Purple's Tristan. I'm orange. Ed's yellow. I think Cornelius, you're sort of brown, aren't you?
Ripstar is pink.
Yeah.
Ripstar is pink.
Pink is clear at the moment. Pink
Ah,
and red.
no,
are
I'm
clear.
pink.
Ripstar uses pink.
Oh, sorry, beg pardon. Ah, sorry, as you said earlier.
Did I say Ripstar
the-
uses pink? Ripstar does. I asked him again if he wanted to vent today, but I've not seen any response.
Mike, could you try and blow up hunters again, please?
Nope.
Does anyone who,
no, please
anybody else want to get out of there? That wasn't me, Max. Just saying.
Testing.
No, I know you were gonna do it, so I jumped out of my car or rammed myself into a wall.
Oh, I blew up and I was in an SUV. I think there might be some issues here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was in the cement truck. That
It's
blew up
not
as well.
established them in the first place. So they need to be reset.
Yes, thank
Mike,
you,
can
No
you
God.
head over to Pillbox Hill,
spotted
please?
that now, and it now seems to be. I've
Pillbox Hill.
unmuted myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
My character won't get up. I've fallen and can't get up.
I am near Pillbox. Do you want to kill me by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I very specifically don't.
Lower Pillbox Hill, I assume.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
I'm running
If you
in the
look at the
ground.
stairs coming down, you will see what I tried to do, and it didn't work.
Bloody illegal vehicles again. I'm now in a cement truck. That's also industrial.
Yeah, Cornelius, we've established that it didn't work. SUVs already blew up as well.
Oh.
Mark.
What? I won.
my dude is invisible. How does that happen?
Mine as well.
Oh, there's just some skins which are invisible.
Not anymore. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, we
No,
tried
that's
to get rid of
a
all the.
feature of the game.
We tried to get blacklist all of the invisible skins, but it's possible it hasn't worked.
Michael
With the
you sometimes comes out invisible.
I am a. Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Is there a hotkey to change the skin?
F7.
F6. F7.
Seven.
Sorry.
Ah, okay. Cool, thanks.
Now I can see myself again.
Okay, I have a utility vehicle now.
I'm just going through them.
It
The
says
ones
circle
that are...
disabled, and I'm wondering whether that means I'm prey or hunter, and because I don't know.
No, it's fine. I'm grey, but I'm
Okay.
typing in a bunch of stuff.
Okay. So, oh good, yeah. Thank you, No God. Yeah. So we're having some technical difficulties at the moment. So we will be starting a game when we can. But we've had a bit of had a few things to mess around with before we can get things going, and then we suddenly discovered that something else isn't working. So currently hunters are just blowing up left, right, and centre, and that's funny, but not quite what we're going for. And I'm being overtaken by a truck. That's just depressing.
Who are our new guests? Or up and coming regulars? Who are they?
We have
Like long-time viewers or?
yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm Safir. Hey, I'm
Hey.
driving around a red car.
And I'm Johan. I'm driving around in a pink SUV at the moment. Been watching Laurence since, this run of space exploration.
Yeah. Not
Okay,
only, not
so
only
you
are
guys
they,
come from other
are they,
games, and you thought this would be fun to join in here.
exactly. That's how we found Mark as well, actually, back in the day.
Yep.
Mark started watching Factorio videos and then discovered the joys of GTA.
Nice.
Have
Oh,
you-
come, I hope Tristan doesn't spin you out too many times.
Don't
Have you
what?
seen Factoria Update 7 is out? Oh no,
I
it's
have not.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
Never mind. The wrong game.
Okay.
Nearly.
Right, I think
Laurence,
that's enough
have you seen your comment on the latest
You want me to get in them one at a time?
on the latest video? Tristan being a
Max was objecting
Being
about
paid.
how many times he drove into you.
Ah,
You want me to do some science for you, Tristan?
with timestamps.
sure, yeah. Don't get in the Baltic, but any of the
Okay,
others that are...
I'm okay. Taking the bike, pedaling away. Bike is safe.
SUV was safe actually.
Yeah,
I managed
SUV
to
was
jump
good.
the bike and jump off it in midair. That was weird.
My utility vehicle didn't explode. If that's, I don't know whether you tried to do
Okay.
it.
I'm
that's
in
one I
the-
should have protected.
The
Yep.
van, which is a class van.
That's safe.
Yep.
You don't need to get into the... what did I spawn from here?
Alright.
Are you?
I am getting into the dump truck, whether you want me to or not. Just saying.
That's industrial, so that is another one.
Who is in the purple car?
I'm in a
Who
purple
am I
car.
chasing?
I'm in the. Hang on, give me a second to get
Yeah, you
clear.
handle
I'm
it.
in the
Yeah,
dump
you're
truck.
fine.
Okay, I thought it was
Aw.
Tristan.
I want to try that a bit further. It's the way that you have to actually take a flying leap to get out. I'll do the boat
I think that they are
last.
probably all fine now, because I've gone through all of them.
Okay. Boat. Hang on, I'm not actually in yet.
No, fire
Okay, in now, boat.
So 8 hunters
Fine.
today.
Coupe is not safe, it turns out. But I didn't really.
Nope, I nearly spawned a coupe and then decided, no, there's no point.
Bus.
Oh,
Ow.
I'm having a nap. Very uncomfortable nap. Twitch.
Commercial.
Yep, that's fine.
How do I get up from the nap? I'm also in a nap.
You
It
wait
will-
for
it will
about 30
happen
seconds, and
automatically,
then you'll get up. It's to stop you
okay.
joining in the chase again when you've just been punished.
Hi, Mike.
Ah,
Hello, this one here.
I say
that's a good addition.
SUV.
Yeah, I'm happy that
You
they're
have-
probably safe.
Okay, fine.
there's a magazine, ammunition magazine, lying on the floor by my feet that's sort of glowing and flashing, and I don't seem to be able to pick it up, and I probably don't have any guns to use with it anyway. So that's interesting.
Right, I think we're ready to start.
Have FQ2's been added to the spawn set yet?
They've never been
seen them
removed from
driving.
the spawn set, I don't think. They
I've
just
seen him driving today.
they just only sometimes spawn, so it's yeah. The game will.
Oh, that's cool. When
We
you smash
pick a
bus
load of
shelter
vehicles that
window,
we want to spawn, and then the game will choose a few of them to actually allow to exist, and we don't have a huge amount of control over that. So yeah,
Should we start recording?
you may get an FQ2, you may not. Yes, let's start recording. Is everybody ready to start?
Nearly.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, recording starting in 3, 2, 1, go. The slight pause in the way I was saying that was because I suddenly realised I had my mouse cursor over the start streaming button instead of the start recording button, and that would not.
Ah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what happens if
could've
I try
been-
and stream from 2 instances of OBS at the same time, but I don't think it'd be good. I don't think it'd be good.
If it's to the same Twitch at least, well, ignore it.
Okay, but
Yeah, but Laurence goes through restream.
Oh, no
but
idea.
then that then goes to Twitch and to YouTube. So well, yeah, it depends how they react. And YouTube tends to do funny things. I'll probably end up with 2 YouTube streams or something like equally ridiculous. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. We've had a bit of a warm up and so on now. So should we just jump straight in with a normal run?
Yes.
Purple cement mixer.
So,
apparently Mike didn't
Laurence,
get in.
before you start and die within 5 minutes, because we are 8 hunters, what do you suggest for a mode? Because we are so many hunters today.
So we've got static 3 now, which...
Okay, static 3 might work. Should we see how it goes? Because we do have a
Yeah.
couple of newbies, and if it's difficult, then we can. If it's still too difficult, we can bump up the size of the circle a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
and that should balance it. There's a tugboat outside the hospital.
Yes. Checkpoint got taken there.
Yep.
Not exactly there,
assumed.
actually. It's on. Yeah.
Right, so Mike, I assume you'll kick Laurence out.
I have a black screen at the moment. Hopefully this black
What?
screen will go away and turn into a not black screen. No, I just have black screen and a loading spinner.
I brought him back then. There we are. Oh, it's all this
Do you still have a black screen?
I still have a black screen and a loading spinner, yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we should restart that. Yeah.
Oh, is this the one where, because number of players is greater than the number of checkpoints?
I was just
No.
about to suggest that.
No, nothing to do with that.
Max, I found a taxi at 5 ways.
I'm on my way.
I'm
it
gonna
a new
change
taxi
it to static
or-
2 because we just
We know
make
that
sure
one
that
works.
that works.
Okay. Do I need to do anything from here to get away from the loading
Do you
enter the
still have a
loading
black screen?
I do.
Okay.
Use admin kill.
Oh,
I don't
there we go.
believe
End,
that
game.
they-
I've got game ended, and I'm back in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Change the auto color back on for everybody.
Ooh, I have a helicopter.
Oh, because you either have Steam open or don't, because it's different to before. Because we changed it to so you had a helicopter.
Okay,
Instead
I
of-
no longer have a helicopter. It vanished. As far as I can tell, there isn't a game running. Is that correct?
Yeah, there is game running.
Oh, now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I've got an alert telling me where the checkpoint is. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just got
have
confused because
patience.
I had. Yeah, I got confused by having a helicopter. Okay. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to the show, welcome to Laurence Plays, and we are playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and I am the prey, and I'm going to drive a Panto because I'm a masochist. So, my first, this is Manhunt Checkpoint, and we are playing in the randomized checkpoints mode, which means the game can put checkpoints anywhere in the city it likes. And the first one is apparently Del Perro Freeway and Equality Way in Del Perro, which is just sort of over that way somewhere. Now, Del Perro, yeah. So I need to drive over there. I need to go over there, get the checkpoint, and then carry on taking the next checkpoint. So there's going to be a total of 5 checkpoints. If I manage to grab them all, then I win the game. If the hunters manage to stop me, then they win the game. And today we have about 1 billion hunters, so this is going to be interesting. Looking up there, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hunters. So this is yeah, kind of terrifying. But I guess we'll see how it goes. I shall try and drive around reasonably sensibly, and hopefully they won't notice me. Because the idea of this is basically that I use stealth and cunningness and sneakiness to move around the city without the hunters noticing me, and that allows me to, in theory at least, to take the checkpoints. What on earth is that? We have, okay, so we have some new spawn shenanigans going on, including whatever those cars are, which have, there must be some sort of arena war car, I guess, because they've got clearly got armor plating on them as well. So, yes, I'd forgotten about that, but last week we implemented some modifications to the spawn sets. So in theory, absolutely, I think we now have any car in the game can now spawn in. So I feel like I should take one of those and find out whether it's any good. But I'm also on a rather major road, and I don't like changing cars on major roads because it tends to be a bit dangerous. So I'm not going to for now, but I will bear that in mind and try and get something a little bit more interesting next time I change vehicles. This is going to be very, very interesting, especially if the hunters are... oh, no, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. Especially if the hunters are cruising around and stuff like that as well. So yes, as I say, there's lots and lots of them. The hunters are all going to be driving around in cars in their player colours. So if you see a purple car, for example, that's probably going to be Tristan. If you see an orange one, it'll be Mike, and so on and so on. This sort of particular shade of yellow here could potentially be Ed, except he's not playing today, so it's not him. I noticed there's quite a lot of Windsors around, which is probably going to excite Tristan, because I know he traditionally quite liked the Windsor. But it is, however, a coupe, and that means for him to use one of those is going to be a little bit dangerous. So let's see, the Del Perro Freeway, that's the one that That's the highway that goes past the beach, I think. Let's see. Can I? That's not the button I wanted to press. That's the button I wanted to press. Oh no, we're moving. I need to stop looking at the map and actually start looking at the road. Okay, so I'm going to need to get over to the beach area, and then from there try and find whereabouts on the highway that checkpoint is. I can't remember where Equality Way is. I guess we'll find out at some point, like when I get over there. But for now, we're just going to stop in the road. There goes Max in another Panto. So that's okay. There seem to be various Pantos around. It's a very yellow whatever those cars are, but well, never mind. Right, so it's over there. Okay, so I need to be going the opposite way on the highway from the way I would be going if I just drove onto it. So I need to get onto the highway and then no, I don't. I need to get onto the highway and be heading sort of up it in that direction. Right, okay. That didn't make any sense. What I'm trying to say is that if I get onto the highway sort of around here somewhere and then follow it along, I will be on the correct side of the road and heading in about the right direction and heading in sort of generally the right direction. Max is investigating all of the interesting vehicles over there because he knows I'm somewhere in this area, and that's because there is a circle on the map that tells the hunters roughly where the prey is, because the city's a big old place. It'd be rather difficult for them to find me if I was just driving around completely at random. Although given the number of them we've got, maybe it wouldn't be so unreasonable. Oh dear, there's another couple coming up behind me, including a red one there. Nope, I think they've identified me. This is bad because I'm in a Panto, which is a silly car, and not very effective, especially when you get stuck on things like that. I mean, it's basically its party trick is you can throw it around a bit, but at the moment I'm struggling to throw it around sufficiently. So I've picked up Mark, which is useful. Now let's just head away from here and see what happens. So we've got several Pantos, so I mean it's sort of a fair. That makes it a fair race amongst those, but. Also a little bit. Oh god, that's whatever those things are called, is all over the place. Let's drop onto the highway here because a Panto is obviously an absolute speed demon, especially when you make it go in the wrong direction like that. Oh dear, this is not going well. So yeah, I thought the Panto might be an interesting idea, but I sort of ignored how ridiculous and how bad things get when the Panto starts to get punted around, because other larger cars can essentially just treat it like a football. Now, it is quite agile, so in theory I should be able to do stuff like dodging up... Ooh, was that a DB5 on the road there? I think it might have been. So in theory I can do things like running up here, and maybe Tristan will get stuck because he's in some sort of big purple SUV thing. Alternatively, maybe not, because they're all still there behind me. I don't know. We'll just have to try and play it by... ooh, I could go down those steps over there, perhaps. Oh, no, Max is still there. I've got stuck on a wheelie bin and another bin. Oh well. Yeah, I think the Panto was a bad move, to be honest. It's just a bit too light and too easily battered around.
Oh, he's already dead.
I think the Panto might have been a bad choice. It was a bit too light and easily battered around, should we say?
It was a tiny car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad.
Banshee.
What I'm saying, I think it was a poor choice.
I mean, you were doing fine with the two discount Banshees following you. Then a bigger car started getting involved.
It wasn't. No, I think it was.
The wall.
I ended up spinning it out and then getting trapped against a wall by Max. So that was the problem. That was what did me in.
Yeah, that's a car that's amazing for trying to escape through ghettos where everything is tight, nippy alleyways and so on.
Yeah,
I nearly had you on the highway
very easily. And then when it spins out, you're doomed. Go away! I'm trying to change. Seriously. I don't know whether that's Pete or Mike because they're dressed the same at the moment, which is very unhelpful.
It's really not me. I am currently on a glass roof on top of a hospital.
That's what I'd say if it was me.
Ah! Hey!
I think that's quite specific.
Collateral damage, whichever one of you it wasn't.
The problem is they'll respawn in the hospital, and I'm not far from the hospital. But never mind, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but it might not be the same hospital.
True, it might not be. Okay, let's go.
Oh,
again.
I've respawned at the same hospital I was at before. In Ghetto. I don't know where you are, so I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I'm in Ghetto.
Fine.
Ah, dear.
I
Oh,
guess
by the
it's a
way,
bit-
should I
Collapse
stop the recording and restart it or something?
No, just
No,
not
no,
leave the
just
recording.
keep it running.
Because then I can line all of the recordings up once and then just turn everything into a
Right.
Video.
yeah, and then turn them into all the different runs from there, which is much easier. It means I only have to do the lining up once, which is an annoying and fiddly bit.
Hey, bye, Laurence.
Bye bye. Hello everyone, and welcome to Laurence Plays Getting Stuck in a cul-de-sac. So let's try and let's do that a little bit with a little bit less fail. So I've picked up an SUV for this run, and unfortunately it has a broken window because I picked it up from the side of the road. But at least it's a sort of it's a car that I can use initially to get going. Oh, that's a red light. I thought it was a four-way stop. And yeah, get started on the run, and we'll see how things go from here. So, this is Manhunt checkpoint. That means there is one player, myself, who is the prey, and I have to drive around the city, try and pick up all the checkpoints, which there will be 5 in sequence. And if I manage to take all 5 checkpoints, then I win the game. There are a cloud of hunters. At the moment, we've got 8 of them, which is rather a lot, to be quite honest with you. And they're driving around trying to find me and trying to stop me from taking the checkpoints. And if they manage to kill me, then they win the game. So as you can see, there's a bit of a mismatch in our objectives there, but we'll see how it goes. See whether how many of the checkpoints I manage to take before they manage to find me and kill me. So the first one is actually just up the hill from here, so this is actually really close, really convenient. I'm going to head up there, grab that one, and then just carry on, wait and see where the next one is, and so on. Why is that other road driver getting in the way? I don't know. So yes, head up here, grab that one, and then continue. So, as it is, the checkpoint will be in completely random places around the city. The game literally picks a random place and says, yes, this is your checkpoint. We'll find a road near there, and that's where you have to go. So if I come around here and stop here, I have to stop in the checkpoint, and then I can press a button like that, and it takes the checkpoint. I think this is a dead-end road, which is extremely unhelpful, so I shall turn around and head back again. So when I take a checkpoint, the hunters are told the location of the checkpoint. A thing pops up with the name of the road it's on, and if they're near enough to find it, they will see a big blue thing in the air that shows them where the checkpoint was when I took it. So it gives them a bit of a clue as to where I am. But also, in order to help them a little bit more, there is also a circle on the map which gives them a bit of a clue as to where I am. So it'll show, it tells them that I'm somewhere at the moment, somewhere in the sort of the North Vinewood or Vinewood Hills area. And so they can use that to try and track me down by coming over to roughly the right area of the city. Now, if I do badly on this run, and I might say that because we've got 8 hunters, we might need to make the circle a little bit bigger to give them slightly fewer clues. But a couple of the hunters are also fairly new to the game, so they they will. I'm not going to say they don't count, because I'm sure they'll get stuck in and get involved. But it means they're probably not going to be quite as experienced at spotting me. They're not going to know what all the obvious tells are. Whereas, on the other hand, that's Mark, who has played this game quite a few times before. So, yes. Oh, there's one of the newbies there in the red, I think. What's he doing? Is he coming up here? Is he not? I don't know. I don't really want to go anywhere until I've spotted what he's doing. So I'm going to duck and yeah, kind of hide and see if he goes away. He seems to be coming this way, which is a little bit worrying. But as long as he goes past, yes, he's gone past, so I'm not too upset. I am, however, going to get out of the car and just walk away from this area, because my car has picked up enough damage that I don't really want to be in it. Now, I could try and take one of these vehicles as they fly past down the road like this. If I notice one in time, then maybe I will. But at the moment, it's a bit. Basically, it's a bit of a risky area. I don't want to be driving around. It's sort of a combination of things. I don't want to be driving around in a damaged vehicle, but I also don't want to be visibly. I also don't want to be running away from damaged vehicles, and I also don't really want to change vehicles in a busy area like this, because there's a few too many hunters around, and it's just not a safe area to do. And it's a big road, and changing vehicles on major roads just isn't safe. So there's another one of the hunters in the bright pink over there. My character doesn't walk very quickly, which is a little bit upsetting. What I think I'm going to need to do is head along this road until I get to the junction down there, and then cars will be stopping, so I might be able to change without having too much of an issue. And the alternative is to run out in front of one of these and try and just grab it. Maybe I should do that instead. Hello, Ed. Yes, there is stuff going on the channel. There is. Let's go and take that blue one over there. Okay, so this is going to cause an increase in sort of threat level, because this is a this is a coupe, this car, and that means it's quite a lot better than the cars I was using before. And that means if the hunters are now allowed to use coupe class vehicles, they don't know that they're allowed to use them yet because they haven't seen me in one. But it does mean if they do use one, I can't blow them up. That's a stop mic vehicle, so I'm going to go round it. Oop, crunch. Let's try not to have too many accidents on the way round. Right, so yes, I don't seem to have scratched up the front of the car too much. There's Max coming out there at a rate of knots. That's okay, he's gone past me. That's what we like to see. Did I drive into... Apparently I drove into that other vehicle. I did not think I had, but apparently I have. Oh, here comes a... Yeah, that must be Mike, because it's driving sufficiently badly. Did I do that convincingly enough? Probably not. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I was hoping that I was going to pull that off as a sort of... as pretending to be an AI as I got hit. But apparently I didn't... I don't know, I'm not sure what that car would have done if there'd been an AI driving it. But apparently not that. So I guess I'm going to have to try and get out of here. Okay, well, so the question is, will any of the other actual hunters recognise him enough and that it'll be useful for them? I don't know. But they've seen what I look like now. They've seen the car I'm driving. They also know they're allowed to drive coupes, which kind of makes me think I need to upgrade to sports cars next, because it's nice to be driving a better car than the hunters. That was very purple, but also not Tristan because it's not chasing me. Interesting. Right, so I need to get out of here, get away from basically I need to get away from the hunters. There's a lot of purple cars around, but they seem to be natural spawns. That's very weird. So yeah, that's a surprise. Anyway, right, let's keep going. Let's try and find. I think I've shaken Pete off. I have to admit I'm not certain, and often when I say things like that, I then fairly soon discover. Nope, there he is. As I say, often when I say, "Oh yeah, I've shaken him off, it's fine," I then very quickly discover that I haven't. So I'm just going to keep going in this direction. I've got a faster car than he has, so. Oh, damn it! I saw Tristan waiting there for me, very much in an ambush kind of way, and I was hoping that I was hoping to be able to hit his car and knock him over before he managed to shoot me, but no such luck. What I should have done is duck, and I didn't. I should have ducked, but I didn't react quickly enough to seeing you. Well, I reacted quickly enough to try and ram your car to knock you over, but I didn't react quickly enough to actually duck as well. Dope.
Poor innocent creatures, those ducks are always getting the blame.
I need a cocktail. I'll be back soon.
Oh, okay. If we're having a brief pause, I'm going to go to the loo, but I shall also be back soon.
I'll go get a cup of coffee.
Have fun.
It's actually a good idea.
I have now finished my cup of coffee.
I literally can make a cup of coffee. I have hot water here.
Yeah, I'll get another gin and tonic.
What? No whiskey?
So, whilst everyone's gone away, hello everyone in Laurence's stream. I'm afraid I'm not actually watching the stream because that would be kind of inappropriate when I'm also trying to kill Laurence. So I hope you're having a good day, and remember, Mike is the best. This is known. So if we see that a lot in chat, that'd be much appreciated. That is how it ought to be. Bonus point, it winds Laurence up, and if you're not winding Laurence up, what are you doing?
Yeah, just stroke Mike's ego a little more.
Yep. Well, in fairness, there's all the things about Mike you could be stroking. The ego is probably the safe one.
Gross.
Let's stop this conversation here.
Haha, I win.
Ed knows things.
We can try static 3 again.
Okay.
I assume that Ed has said something suitably derogatory. Actually, I don't know. I genuinely don't. I can't call it, and I don't want to go and try and find Laurence's stream and look, because then, well, I'll see things on Laurence's stream that I'm not supposed to see.
Yeah.
Derogatory for who?
I deliberately left that one out so that
I have a
It was a
question.
more likely to be true statement.
I have a question. How difficult is it to force the live stream chat into our game on the right side?
Hard.
I assume
From
so.
Twitch, it'd be easier from Twitch than YouTube, but unfortunately, most people who watch the stream watch on YouTube.
It's a better platform, but
Can you maybe bind it to Discord somehow?
We've done that with Twitch.
The problem is that the YouTube API has a limit in the number of calls you can make. Which means that to put the chat in there, you're constantly making the calls, you hit the limit very quickly.
Refreshing every some like 5 seconds, you'll hit the limit in the length of Laurence's normal stream, which kind of makes it impractical.
Whee! Bonk. Didn't stick the landing. Right, okay, should we give the... is Pete back? No.
Doubt it, he hasn't said anything.
No.
Should we give the,
Let's start without it,
the new
it's
mode a try? Because, yeah, he can always join in, and we'll find out if it works this way.
And back with coffee.
Yeah, the word's spelt with a P rather than a B, then it works.
Hi, Mike. I'm back.
Hey! Hello back, I'm Mike. Whoever said Mike is the best, you are a legend.
Nobody said you're the best.
You said it spelt with a P, not a B, and that's your usual response to Mike is the best?
Yeah, but it was about it was a not the, and therefore turn it into a if with a P it would have been accurate.
So you're saying that Mike is not the pest?
No, I'm saying it has to have a P on it for it to be accurate.
I'm confused.
Is it working for you?
I can
Lance?
tell.
At
It seems
this
to be.
point-
Yes, it looks like it's working.
Okay.
So
Hi,
yeah.
Laurence!
Okay, let's go. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays, where we are playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and yes, I am the prey. And I've got a bit of armour this time, I'm going to see if that helps. Technically it's a muscle car, but it's also fairly armoured, so I feel like, it should be good when I get into a chase. We shall find out though. So my first goal is to get to the first checkpoint, which is on Los Santos Freeway and Del Perro Freeway. So it's a joint where the two of the freeways meet, and there's a mess of roads over there. So it's going to be interesting to find out which bit of that I'm supposed to be on. So I'm going to drive down that way and see how things go, because this is Manhunt Checkpoint, where I have to drive around the city and try and collect all the checkpoints. There will be 5 of them. I'll be giving them one at a time, and there are also a cloud of hunters. We've got about 8 of them, I think, today, who are going to be driving around the city looking for me. And if they find me, they will attack me and try and kill me. And if they do kill me, then they win the game. If I take all the checkpoints, I win the game. And in order to make it a little bit easier for them to find me, because the city's a big old place, and if they were just hunting at random, they'd probably never find me. I've gone in the wrong lane here. I actually want to go right. So let's just go right anyway. In order to make it a little bit easier for them to find me, they have a circle on their maps that shows them roughly where in the city I am. And we've implemented a new version of the circle for this game mode, which is hopefully going to make things a little bit better, or a little bit. It's going to eliminate one of the big problems with the circle. So in the past, we've noticed that the hunters can often kind of find me when we don't want them to, because the circle jumps when I touch the edge of it. That's how it makes sure I'm always in the middle of it. So we've come up with a new way of doing the circle that means it shouldn't jump. It should jump before I get to the edge of it, rather than waiting until I actually do. So we shall see how this goes. Oh, grief. Max has found a massive dump truck. That is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I mean, okay, he's allowed to drive it. There's no rules against that. You're allowed to drive any natural spawning vehicle, and there's some other rules around it to make it slightly more complicated. But that is frankly ridiculous. Good on him. Good on him for picking that, I guess. I approve. Although he does seem to be bullying all the vehicles that are coming along here. I wonder if I can get underneath it. I kind of can. I'm just going to sit here and look broken for a moment. No, he's coming back to get him. Okay, they seem to... Apparently, they've... Oh, I don't know. They seem to have worked out this is me, and goodness knows how, because I just got run over by a dump truck, and I'm not sure what part of that gave me away. But it seems to now be a chase, so I guess I'm going to be getting out of here. Oh, and wobbling quite a lot like that as I come down here. Let's drop down onto the highway, because this is the thing I wanted to do anyway, although actually not going this way, but never mind. It's a start, and it is in a way. Now, normally I would take that jump there, so they'll probably be expecting that, so I'm not going to, because that's far too obvious. I'm going to try and skedaddle. Nope, there's still one of them behind me. I think that's Cornelius, judging by the colour. So, not that that tells me a great deal about my chances of escape, but I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and do something and just get foiled by a tree. So he's going to fly over in a Gallivanter fairly chaotically. I'm going to go back the way I just came, because why not, really? And there's the why not is actually quite an obvious reason, because there's or quite obvious because there's probably going to be other hunters. Yes, just like that, coming in the opposite, coming back towards me. So I'll exit the highway here, shall we say? And I'll actually exit properly. Go along this way. I know the arrow points in the opposite direction, but when you're being chased by a lunatic in a dump truck and goodness knows what else, the road laws can I don't care about the laws of the road. I'm just going to try and get out of here. So the Dominator is a fairly quick vehicle. However, there's just an endless supply of hunters all over the place. So I'm going to have to go a fair distance in order to get away from them. So I'm hoping that if I just keep my foot down a little bit longer and come along here, and then maybe I can duck in here like this, and hope another post. I think I might be away. I'm quite optimistic that I'm away now. So let's have a vehicle change. Get in here. Right, there we go. Now I've got myself a new car. So if they see me, well, they might still recognise me because I've still got the same face. But I've got a very different vehicle, so hopefully that's going to help me escape. So where is that? Okay, and how am I going to get to that checkpoint? That's my next question. The hunters are all flying through here at a rate of knots, so I think I want to get onto the highway. So that means I do want to go left, despite the fact that all the hunters have just gone that way, which is a little bit upsetting. Although I said that one of the hunters has just gone to the right as well, so you know there's hunters everywhere, and that's sort of the point of this game, really. That there should be I should be seeing quite a lot of the hunters, because if I don't, then it's boring. So there is down this way. If I go straight on here and then turn right. I think I can turn right from here. Then I can get onto the highway, and hopefully make my way over to that checkpoint. Because I've not managed to take one yet, and no checkpoints is not the number of checkpoints I would like to take in this game. So I'm gonna head over here. I'm gonna turn left. Oh, hang on. No, I need to go another block yet. So I'm gonna wait at these lights behind this panto. Like that. Go through here. I turn left at the next set of lights, go under the bridge, and then onto the highway there, and that'll take me in the direction I want to go. And here comes Mark up behind me. Don't drive into me. Don't drive into me. Thank you. Is he going away? I don't know. We're following Mike, so that's probably a good thing. Right, so there are hunters in the area, and this is where I start to get paranoid and scared and just generally worried. So yeah, come across this way to here. Then when the lights go green, I can go around and hopefully get onto the highway. Not there. I need to go under the bridge first and then get onto the highway on the other side. But yeah, there's a lot of hunters whiffling around this general area. So, as I say, because of the circle, they know that I'm somewhere roughly around here. They don't know exactly where I am, but they know I'm somewhere roughly in this sort of general area. So they're going to be all hunting around here, looking for anything that looks suspicious. Ooh, that's a green light. And potentially that might mean hopefully they won't find me. I just saw Max's dump truck again. Right, I don't see a red light. I don't see a green light either, but I don't see a red light at all. So I'm going to go up here, get on the highway. Okay, so now I am not safe, but I am safer, especially if I drive relatively slowly for a highway, because this should keep me away from the hunters, at least for a bit. Now, I'm trying to work out how on earth you do the highway system. I think I need to stay over here, stay on the highway, go across the across the storm drain and bridge and stuff here. Yes, and then... No, I need to come off here, like this. There we go. So I'll come off the highway here and onto the north-south highway, and that should take me up towards the checkpoint, I think, if it's where I think it is. So I believe the checkpoint is where this highway and the northern east-west highway meet, and it's going to be somewhere in that sort of tangled area of spaghetti and nonsense. So I'm just going to drive up this way, try and spot it. Hopefully I'll be able to grab it. If not, I'll at least then probably be able to loop round and... Well, there it is. There we go. You can see the red glow up there. Where is that? Okay, I think I see where that is. It's on the ramp that goes up and round. That's going to be fun to get to. Oh yeah, all right. Okay, I can see where it is. I know how to get to it. I just need to actually do the getting to it part. And I think that means come along here, and then I'm going to pull an obvious U-turn in through the through here, in fact. Yes, this is where I want to turn around, so I'm just going to do that. I didn't check for hunters first, which is unwise, but oh well, c'est la vie. Hopefully they weren't watching. I don't see any suspiciously coloured lights behind me, so I think I'm probably okay. Follow this car through the junction. Yeah, I seem to be safe. Phew, right. Hey Blade, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Yes, we're Max has got a he's got a sort of taxi. It's a bit more interesting than his normal taxi, if I'm being honest. Oh, I've been turned round. That's kind of unhelpful, but I suppose it means I can do this. Yeah, so that's one of the checkpoint effects. You may have heard those mentioned. When I take a checkpoint, sometimes random things happen. This time I got turned round, so that's okay, I suppose. It happens. What can you do? So now let's head back south again. Since I'm on this highway, I'm going to stick with the highway. I'll probably want to come off it fairly soon, but at the moment, until I know where the next checkpoint is, I'm just going to stick with it. Downtown Vinewood. Okay. Oh, I see purple headlights over in the distance. That's a worry. So I'm going to come off the highway here, follow it round this way, and then I should probably go through Mirror Park. Is going to be the better route to take, but it's also going to be relatively more dangerous, I suspect, because if I'm in Mirror Park, it's going to be fairly obvious that I'm in Mirror Park because of what the circle will do. So we'll try this anyway. We'll come through here, and I'll make sure I get onto the lower of the bridges out of Mirror Park, the further south one, because that tends to be less well guarded in my experience. So if I want to come along here, what is that lane doing? I'm not quite sure I understand. I'm just going to keep moving though. I don't want to stop at a red light. Come down here. Then if I hang a right here, like this, then I can go across the bridge here, and that'll take me over into Vinewood. And at that point, I am... I'm not going to say I'm safe. I'm definitely not safe, but I am at least approaching the checkpoint that I'm trying to get to, which is useful. That's the sort of the point of what I'm doing. So it looks like if I just keep going straight in this direction, there's a green. No, it's going red. So if I keep going straight on in this direction, I'll go through into Vinewood, and then if I just keep going, I mean, looking at the mini map, it looks like the checkpoint is basically dead ahead. So if I keep going in this direction, hopefully I'll just find it, and I won't get too much attention from the hunters. But well, it remains to be seen. There aren't any around here, which is nice. I don't see any of them around. It's one of those it's quiet, too quiet sort of things where you look around and realise that you can't see any of them, and whilst they must be reasonably in the vicinity because they've got the circle to tell them where to go, the fact that I can't see any of them just makes me paranoid again. This game is absolutely terrifying and not good for my stress levels. Pink and Red are our two newbies this time. They're people who on the Discord server who said they wanted to join in. So we said yes, please do. So they've come along to join us. They originally joined the channel because of Factorio. So there's one of them. There's Red, but have now decided they'd like to come along and play this game as well, or I don't know. Right. So there is a red SUV stopped there. There's nobody in it though. And I can see purple there. That's a concern. in one of the armoured muscle car things. Ooh, time to go. Time to go. Time to change lanes. Right, okay, there's the checkpoint just down there. Not very far to go. I think I'm within sort of grabbing distance of it now. It's not too far away. As long as nobody comes up behind me and just rams into the back of my car. Oh, it's night time. Let's put the roof up. I think that's how it works. I think in GTA the AI tend to have the roof up at night, so we'll do that. I think it's worth doing. Oh, and a green light. Let's go. Turn down here. I thought that was Pete from. Oh, I'm not in the lane. I thought that was Pete for a moment, but no, it was green light coming from a street sign, illuminating the ground underneath a sort of greenish panto. I'm on the wrong side of the road. I need to be over here, like this. I hope nobody saw me do that. Oh, phew! 2 of the hunters just shot straight past me as I was turning. Oh, I'm amazed they didn't see me do that U-turn. Thank goodness for that. But I want to not be here. I don't care if this is suspicious driving. I don't want to be in that area. Oh no, it's a 2-star wanted level checkpoint effect. So I now have a wanted level, which is unhelpful because that means the police are out trying to attack me as well as the hunters. So I think I'm just going to need to put my foot down and run away from the police. So now, because the police cheat, they know where I am, what car I'm driving, all that sort of shenaniganery. So I need to now try and get away from them, and also try and get away from the hunters at the same time. Now, fortunately, the police appear on my map. The hunters don't, because that would make things far too easy. But the police do, and that makes it a little bit easier to evade them. So if I hang around here, my stars are flashing. So we should fairly quickly get rid of the wanted level, I think. I'm trying to watch the vision cones of the cops and work out which way they're going. So far, this seems to be... Oop, that was one of the hunters zipping past there by the speed he went through at. Come on, lose the wanted level. Please. Please, can I not be wanted? Oh, there we go. Right. Now I need to get down to Maze Bank Arena. Blimmin' heck, that's miles away. Oh. I've just been attacked. I'm not sure why, but that was far too blatant an attack for me to hang around. Let's get out of here. They're not following me. Maybe that was an honest mistake. And they didn't mean to ram me. They were just trying to evade generally. But I've just seen another hunter then, so I definitely need to flee now, because he's going to he saw me running, and I'm going to drop off here at an angle, so onto the highway, because this is going in the direction I want to go. I'm going to try and use that to get away. Hopefully he's going to think I just went round the corner and just kept and stayed on the upper roads. But if I can bomb down here like this, then hopefully I can find a nice quiet area and swap vehicles. That's Max's dump truck again. I don't want to be swapping vehicles here.
We should chill sometime. Definitely.
Go. Okay, I think the fact that I was sitting there with my headlights off was probably enough to give me away. So now it's time to skedaddle again. If I drive up here, there's Mark again, and Tristan, and oh no, there's just all of them everywhere. What if I try and barge through here like this? So there's still lots of cops in the vicinity trying to sort of make a nuisance of themselves, and I'm quite happy to let the cops make a nuisance of themselves. I'm really really frustrated that I just happened to run into Max as I was going down there, because I was away and then I ran into another hunter, as is traditional. But I mean, that's sort of how they try and do things. But still, it's frustrating when it happens like that. When it was going so well, I'd done I'd escaped so neatly from Mark with that sneaky jump off the top of the down onto the highway, and then to be spotted like that is just frustrating. What's that? That's a panto. I'm not having a panto after what happened earlier this evening. It just didn't go well at all. Fine, let's use a Galavanta. It's not a great vehicle, but it's hopefully unexpected and will get me moving, and yeah. I'll try and upgrade it at some point. Maybe I'll see another of those DB5s if I'm lucky. I would quite like a DB5, just for the hell of it. Yeah, grabbing a cop car and chasing the hunters would be quite funny, actually. That's not a bad idea. In fact, I'm quite close to the police station here, I think. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. Ooh, green light. I am going to turn left here, even though I'm in the wrong lane for it. Yeah, grabbing a police car would be quite funny. And it would be an excuse to drive around like a lunatic, especially given that some of the hunters probably still have wanted levels, which might well be why there's still so many cops around. That's a tiny Panto parked there behind me. Let's pull forward a little bit because there's a line there. Right. I think so far this run's not going too badly. There's been quite a bit of chaos and nonsense. And what was that? Did you just drive along here and boop this car on the way past for funsies? Okay, there's a lot of hunters around, which is why I went quiet. Yeah, driving a police car is a nice idea, but I suspect it would look suspicious quite quickly. So I'm not sure it's a practical idea. What's that pink car doing? Going past. That's all right then. Green light. Okay, so the hunters are starting to use better cars now, which is a little bit upsetting. There's the next checkpoint, though. So yeah, because I used a coupe, the hunters are now all going to be potentially all using coupes because, well, why wouldn't they? It's an upgrade, and they are fully allowed to now. So it's that was the downside. I was aware of that when I grabbed the coupe. It's slightly unfortunate, but I suppose it's what I get for using the coupe, and it did help. The coupe did allow me to get away with a reasonable amount of panache. So. Yeah, I think it was totally worth it. Oop, there's some bullying going on up there, but it's not of me, so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to run this red light because I don't want to sit here. And the hunters are far enough away that I think it's probably okay. There we go. Bink. Right. Now, I think there was a hunter quite close by, so I'm going to get out of here. Again. So because the hunters see when I take the checkpoints, and I have to be stationary in order to take them, I think it's then a good idea to sort of skedaddle a little bit like that. I've got the 2-star wanted level again. Oh, for goodness sake! Oh. Yes, I do know that. Yeah, I'm loosely aware that the right on red requires you to stop before doing the turn. However, with this being GTA, I don't always obey the traffic laws quite accurately and quite correctly. And to be honest, I don't know whether the AI vehicles do either. The objective, it's more important for me to look like an AI to the hunters than it is for me to actually obey the law. Oh, damn it! I've got too close to those cops. Okay, I'm going to get on the highway over here because I know that Mark is in this area, and I think he saw me pulling some alleyway-based shenanigans, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's behind me. Okay, here we go. This is good. I'm on the highway now. There is shooting happening, but it's nowhere near me, so that's probably okay. My what's names are flashing. There's a cop car turning around. Oh no, what's it doing? Oh, it's going underneath the bridge. Okay. Right, so if I keep going this way, hopefully that's going to get me away from the cops. Is that a cop heading the wrong way on the highway? It is. That's cheating. You're not allowed to do that. Bad cop. No donut. So that's got me spotted again by the cops. But, you know, once again, I'm on the highway, so I'm going in the sort of the direction I want to go in order to get up to Vinewood again. I think, yeah, my current... Oh, that one spotted me. Damn it. I was hoping it wouldn't. My current objective is more get away from the cops rather than, whilst avoiding the hunters, rather than specifically go directly for the checkpoint. So now we're flashing again. There's a cop ahead of me, but he's going away from me, and I don't see any cops behind me. So I think if I just drive along here slowly, I might be okay. The wanted level will hopefully go away, and I can, you know, get back to playing the game. I do need to switch vehicles because I'm pretty sure Mark has seen this one. What's that cop doing up there? Maybe I should just switch vehicles while I'm waiting. So let's park this here and make everybody else stop. Let's take another one of those armoured, whatever they're called, dominators. There we go. Stealing a car has got rid of my wanted level. Perfect. Just what I needed. Right, so now where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get to Vinewood at this point. Downtown Vinewood. Okay, so that's going to be... The best way to get to there, I think, is going to be come off here. right, and then left somewhere up the hill. Yeah, I think this is the correct way to do this. I think. Ooh, there's that red Range Rover again. I'm still fairly sure that's a Hunter, but it's kind of hard to tell. Slightly hard to tell from here. I've left a massive gap there. Oop, there's Pete. Where are you going? Can we? Yes, let's do this. Let's follow that blue. I can't remember what that is. I know it's not a particularly good vehicle, but I'm gonna, whatever it is, that thing. Okay, so up here, if I come up here, I think one more block, and then I'll turn left because that's a smaller road, and I have a theory that the smaller roads, I think. I don't know if that pink car spotted me or not. No, I don't think it had. Ooh, maybe it has. It's circling around. I think it might be suspicious. Oh, I don't know. Let's try and... I was going to say let's try and drive naturally and normally and stuff like that, but no, there's a couple of them around now. Now, I am in quite a dark coloured car, and it's night, so this will hopefully do me well, and I've just completely wiped out one of the Hunters, which is not particularly helpful because it slowed me down a lot. I'd have dodged him if I'd thought fast enough, but it was very, very satisfying. Oh dear. Yeah, so let's get over this way a little bit, and then turn up the hill here, and drop off into this car park, because car park, why not? Car park's got to be a good idea, right? As long as they're nowhere nearby and haven't seen me do this, this is a great idea. So I'll go up the steps over here, like this, and just hide behind this wall. I hear engines, but I don't think any of them have come into this car park. Now, we have to play a little bit of a game of what is the best car to take out of this car park. I'm sorry, I'm leaning because I'm trying to see over the wall. That's not how computer games work, but I can't help it. Yes, the armoured car easily demolished the SUV, which makes it very tempting to get back in it because, you know, it's quite good TM. There's a couple of SUVs down there. I think the best one is going to be that coupe, though. That's a, is that a Zion? I think it might be a Zion. Let's go and find out. There's a lot of sirens around at the moment. No, it's not a Zion. I don't think it is a Zion. I'm not quite sure what it is. Find out in a sec. Is that machine gun fire? Oh, it's a Zion. Okay. My instinctive identification of GTA vehicles is slightly better than I realised. Stop. If the alarm could stop, that'd be nice. There we go. So, I have a possibly broken window. It hasn't rendered on my screen, but it might do on the Hunters. It's a black car, just as dawn is happening, which is a bit of a shame, because this would be quite useful at the other times. Oop, there goes one of them, and there goes another of them. And another. That did a lot of damage, that red SUV. That's very, very satisfying, I have to admit. That, I think, might be my favourite part of this video so far. Alright, let's head over to the checkpoint. If I can manage to take all the checkpoints, that'll be my favourite part of the video. But for now, I'll go with the absolute demolition of that car. Mark is loitering in the area, so is Tristan. They're both going down that hill where I just came from, though. So that's good, because they're going where I came from, not where I am. So happy with that. There's lots of those. They look like Ferrari F40s buzzing around as well. I feel like they look like they should be supercars. I don't know if they actually are, but I feel like they look like they should be. So if they are supercars, then I can't use them because I can't take checkpoints in supercars. I'm limited up anything up to sports cars. So yeah. You go on to bowling, yes, yeah. Where they all have to use Pantos, and I use the Dominator. That would be quite funny. Or maybe something a little bit slower than the Dominator, but they all have to use Pantos. That would be interesting and very, very entertaining. Are they following me? Yes, there's Tristan going. Oh, he's going down there though. That's all right. Because by all right and down there, I mean it's all right because he's not coming towards. Oh, it's on the other side of the road. That's a shame. It's not an Infernus. They're yeah, I know the Infernus is a supercar, but the Infernus is definitely a Lamborghini. Those ones, I'll point the next one out that I see. But there's another. It's another wedge-shaped thing that isn't. It's definitely not an Infernus. It's there. That one. That one was the blue one behind me. I can't look at because I'm trying to drive properly. I'm getting accosted. I think that's Mike. It's an orange police car, so I'm pretty sure that's Mike. However, I haven't yet driven a police car, so that means I get to use my special hunter abilities and do this. Which is always satisfying. And not just because it's Mike, it's satisfying whichever of the hunters it is I get to blow up. However, that does mean my car is now thoroughly burned. Let's switch to an identical one. Actually, because I say it's burned, it's part of the reason it's burned is because it was damaged. So switching to another Zion that is undamaged is at least sort of a nudge in the right direction. So right, at least this also means I can now let the hunters all go past. I'm impressed. They still seem to. They've still got cops after them. That's amazing. Tristan is doing donuts in the junction. Sure, why not? Oh, he's switching cars. Oh dear, Tristan's going for a Windsor. His old favourite. Let's follow him up the hill. He won't be expecting that. Alright, I won't follow him up the hill because he's not going up the hill. Right, so Tristan really, really likes the Windsor because it's fast and it's heavy. I don't like the Windsor because it's really, really hard to drive. But yeah, he does like it because of its weight and stopping power. Yep, I think I'm in a chase here. Right, you know what? I've tried to take this checkpoint so blooming many times now. I'm just going to go over here. Stopping it, grab the checkpoint. I don't care. So yeah, technically I am I'm allowed to take checkpoints even in a chase. I just tend not to. But this one, it's been so much faffing around trying to take it that I think actually this time I don't care. I'm just going to grab the damn thing. Especially as Tristan is now following me in a Windsor and is probably not angry, but is incentivized to try and catch me, should we say? As I said, the Windsor is a difficult car to escape from because it's really heavy. Now, it's a difficult car to drive as well because it's heavy, but Tristan seems to have managed to master doing handbrake turns in it at the worst possible moments, like when it would help him catch me. So I'm just going to do a U-turn there like that and see if that helps. No, he's still there behind me, and there's Mark coming to join in as well. So I'm going to need to do something cunning to try and get away from them. Now we are Tristan and I are both in coupes, so our cars are probably of relatively similar performance, but I'm pretty sure that the Windsor is faster, and yeah, he's definitely catching up with me. So I think that's time to go into this tunnel. Oh, there's a car in the way. There is also a roadblock in the tunnel. Thanks for that, Max. Oh no. Max is going to be unbearably smug about this because he's managed to make one of his roadblocks work. That was a good run, though. I enjoyed that, even if it didn't end quite as I would hope it would.
Odd.
You don't want to know how many Roblox I've made. Oh my.
Yeah, one of your roadblocks has finally become relevant.
They said you were going south past Billboard. I said, please go in the tunnel.
That was a good run. I enjoyed that one.
Yep.
Oh.
That was.
Okay, I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's one we have to get used to.
The
circle jumping made it very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you took a couple of bullets to the head before you actually died, which was quite impressive.
Goodness, that police.
He's had some training to getting to the head. So
yeah, the police wanted level thing not getting reset, or max wanted level not getting reset after you lose. It's a pain.
I think you generated it twice, didn't you?
Yeah,
I was about to say it had a second checkpoint.
Yeah,
oh, that might be it. Fair enough. But even
I admit I have wondered in the past whether it would be interesting to give the to have the hunters not have a max wanted level. So if you go around shooting people, then you'll have to deal with cops because of it.
Laurence, can I?
They're just annoying.
We in GTA Online, we paid a whole bunch of money for mod menus to turn them off in the lobbies. Please don't. I know what I'm here. They're just annoying after a while. It's interesting for a little bit, but they just follow you and have the sirens blaring the whole time, and They don't. They're incapable. I've been just driving around casually without. I mean, I had 3 stars. There was a helicopter shooting at me all the time, and I was just casually looking and trying to find you, but it wasn't. I don't know. They're just more annoying than actually.
Sorry, Max, but all I heard from that was potential review stream.
Yeah, so I suppose so having them just sort of spawn in because they are spawned for everyone gets the 2-star wanted level, and yes, it happened to me twice in that run. It does make it a bit more reasonable. I did notice there were a lot of cops around, and one of them was in a very, very orange cop car, and he spontaneously exploded as he was chasing me, which was interesting.
Yeah.
We love a good excuse to explode, Mike.
So, for that circle mode, I've adjusted it so that I think what this will do is now when it moves it, you will be in the middle 50%.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Of the radius.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It was jumping quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea, and I think it was something I considered, but I didn't mention it. So yes, that will definitely be a good thing.
Oh, so basically, if it jumps, then he's not near the edge.
No, if it jumps, I'm probably somewhere near. Basically, the closer I am to the edge, the more likely it is to jump. But in theory, it'll never jump. In theory, I'll never get to the edge of it, so it'll never jump because I've crossed the edge of it, which was the big problem I was trying to solve with that idea.
My God.
Yes.
I just learned how to roll.
Rolling.
Bang! You've only just learned how to do a roll.
Yeah.
Laurence, was that video interesting enough for upload?
Yes.
Curious now.
Yes, I think so. That was a good run. I had a good time. There were lots of hunters all over the place. There was several chases. Yes, that video was definitely a good one. That will be on a YouTube channel near you sometime within the next couple of years.
Guys, we've got a problem. I've dropped some chocolate and I can't find it. We're gonna have to stop holding it.
But it's been lacking snow.
Oh yeah, we do need to do a snow run so we can have a Christmas special. So I'm
Thank
gonna.
you, Cornelius. I didn't want to ask anymore.
Blade says you should man up, Max, because cops are funny.
Hey, Blade,
okay,
I'm here.
I'm never gonna turn cops off the Blade anymore. he can do it for himself.
And also, Blade is also asking whether Peter's learned how to rock to go with his role.
Ooh.
Oh, and I also want to mention, because we haven't yet. Was when I absolutely demolished the Red Hunter with my armored Dominator. That was funny.
Why?
It was absolutely terrible for my getting away purposes because it slowed me down so much. But it was funny enough that I don't care.
Yeah, when you were in the armored Dominator on the highway, you took the one exit and I took the wrong branch of the off-ramp and realized it too late.
I had a few good escapes in that one, but the most frustrating was when I think it was when Mark was chasing me and I dropped down onto the highway and I was basically away, and then I found Max and his massive dump halfway down, just as I came out the at the bottom of there. So that was very upsetting.
Yeah, they got a good call
As
out.
if we communicate with each other, you know.
They were quite a while away, so it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. But if you hadn't been there, I would totally have been away. But.
All right, guys, I've found my chocolate. We can carry on.
Oh, good. Right.
So, Laurence, I was trying to get the thing at that point, trying to get it stuck in the tunnel when you got called out that you were coming my way. So I'm like, okay, let's at least take a quick look. And then you were there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you back in the tunnel, and I prefer if you just went back on yourself. And you did.
Yeah. This is less snow than I was expecting.
It's starting to snow.
Have some patience.
Okay, it needs time to settle, does it? Sorry.
Have a little patience.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Okay, someone move.
There we go.
And Laurence, I've spent so much time here listening to that.
Right. Yeah, I think no god that would require a little bit more coding than we're ready to put in right this moment. So, that's not. I was gonna take that, but I don't want to take a Futo because it will immediately unlock sports cars for everybody, and I'm not ready to do that. Also, in this weather, I feel like I should at least pretend to be trying to find an SUV. There's an SUV. We'll take that. It's a sort of Jeep type thing. It's basically Jeep Renegade. Ow, snow is slippery. Jeep Renegade, isn't it, basically, this one, I think. Right, and this is the one I was describing as a bit crap in the previous run. Oh well, never mind. We'll see how we get on with it. So, hello everyone, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, welcome to Laurence Plays, where we are playing Manhunt Checkpoint. And yes, it's one of those festive winter episodes where there's snow everywhere that's going to make all the handling go absolutely to pot. And it's so bad even that Windsor is putting its roof up. So, this is Manhunt Checkpoint, where I drive around the city as the prey. I have to try and take 5 checkpoints. If I can manage to take the 5 checkpoints, then I win the game. There are hunters. We have a bajillion of them today. There's like literally 8 hunters driving around the city. And they're all going to be trying to hunt me down and do unpleasant things to me. And if they manage to kill me, then they win the game. That's how it works. That is one of them there in the green car. You can always spot a hunter because they drive obnoxiously coloured cars. No dear, I've forgotten to change my player model. Oh no, that's bad. However, Mark seems to be more interested in that car than in me. Maybe I'll just stick with this one and see how it goes. I'm dead. Plain dead. If the hunters now just clear off, then I can start driving again. I'm sort of sitting here you can't actually really play dead in this game, but you can sort of crouch down with your face down against the steering wheel, which at a very quick glance, it won't fool anyone who's actually looking properly, but at a very quick glance it might be enough. So we'll see if that pink car now just clears off, goes away. It's just investigating everything in this junction. He's clearly convinced I'm somewhere around here, and I mean, he's not wrong. There we go, he's gone now. Let's switch to that. Oh, it's a Range Rover. Oh well.
Is this a flash?
There we go. So, right, I have a car. Excellent. I have a red light, which I'm completely ignoring because I just don't want to be. I don't want to be in this area because it's got a bit too hot, should we say? Too many hunters around. So I'm going to try and get out of here. I need to get to Del Perro. It's on the Del Perro freeway as always. So let's try and get to the freeway. Yield. Yeah, okay, I'll yield to him and then go follow that Windsor out. Right. So the Del Perro freeway is obviously one of the freeways. Let's get over here and then into the lane to try. What are you doing? Oh, okay, just anticipating the lights a little bit. Sure, why not? I'm going to sit here for a moment, wait for that light to go green, and then head on. Because yeah, freeway ones are interesting to take because the freeways tend to have quite a lot of different bits of road, and you just need to make sure you get on the right one. Oh, actually, this is really good. This is going to be quite an easy one to take if I can assume I can get over there. And that looks like 2 of the hunters, brown or grey, browny, beigey, and red, just messing around over there. But they've gone away, so that's okay. Yeah, this is going to be quite an easy one to take as long as I can get down there, because as you can see, it's just on the exit of the freeway by colourful car parks. So, right, yes, I shall try and remember to honk the horn when I get rammed in the future. I don't know, it's a habit I haven't got into, and so whenever I do, I sort of have to think about it slightly too much, and then by the time I actually finish thinking about it, it's slightly too late. So, yeah, I shall try and work on my honking skills, because yes, it is a very good idea. It would be a lot better if I did react a bit more sensibly. Pull up behind that Range Rover. How close am I? Not very. There we go, that looks about right. Okay, so there's nobody behind me. There's shooting happening a long way behind me, which surprises me because normally the hunters have this circle on the map that tells them roughly where I am, and that's why we keep seeing them quite so much, because they know which part of the city to be looking at. And there's Mark again, once again, you see. So they have an idea of where to look. But they don't know what I look like, what I'm driving, or any of that sort of good stuff. So he's going that way. I am going to follow him behind this other Range Rover, I think. Yes, I've mastered the ducking, but not the goosing blade. So I can manage the ducking, and I can go duck, but then I forget to honk. That's the problem I have. Oh dear. So if I stop here, yes, I was just close enough to take it. Excellent. Now that's going to have alerted Mark, who's just down the hill, which is a little bit of a problem. But if I can now stop here, he's going to come up. Has he worked out where it happened? No, he hasn't worked out where it happened. Excellent. So if these lights go green, I'm going to make a bid for the freeway there, I think, because I kind of don't want to be here, and the freeway is traditionally a good way of just not being, well, wherever you are. So, come on, lights go green. There is a coupe being driven rather badly over there, and it's not in a hunter colour, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll see. So that's the car I was talking about before that I think looks a bit like an Ferrari F40 in a sort of a in a kind of GTA way. But it's definitely not an Infernus. I'm not sure what it is though. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I still need to be in Del Perro. Let's come off here and loop back round again. Hopefully they haven't guessed that I'm doing this. It's sort of tempting to use that, but I feel like a sports car in the snow is probably a bad idea. I don't know how good GTA's everything is. Is that shooting? I think I saw people getting scared and moving to Bel Air and that sort of thing. I don't know. There's lots of scared pedestrians running around here, but the other cars aren't freaking out, so I think we're probably okay. Ooh. And there's a hunter going through the junction sideways there. You see, that's why I'm not driving a coupe, because I'm pretty sure it would lead to sideways moments, and it would lead to sideways moments in a chase, and I would get in a lot of trouble. Okay, well, I'm going to do the right turn on red, and this is what I've been informed is a California stop, which means not actually stopping. Yes, I was reading the messages, so I'll just keep moving, and hopefully, yeah, head over in the right direction. Oh, green light, that's very convenient. So the next checkpoint down. Oh yeah, there it is. I can see the glow going through the fog up ahead. Excellent. I'm getting quite close. So let's turn down here in front of that other Range Rover. He didn't ram me. I don't know whether that means it was my right of way or what. So we'll yes, down here there's going to be another red light. Fine. But these are quite quiet roads. The hunters don't often come down onto these sort of roads because they're not the obvious ways to get from A to B. So you want to try and get. Oh well, that said, I'm not going to be able to get the checkpoint from here because this is going to go underneath. This is going to be the road underneath that one. So I'm actually going to have to turn right here, and then up the hill here, and then left at the top, and that'll take me more or less to the checkpoint, which is so that's okay. Oh nope, that's a hunter, and that's another hunter. I'm going to go like this. There's a hunter threatening people behind me, but it doesn't seem to have freaked out the AIs, so I take it back, it has freaked out the AIs. So I'm going to go this way, stop, checkpoint, go. Oh, that's a tyres checkpoint. I hate those. So yes, this is another one of the checkpoint effects, where random things happen. In this particular case, the random thing that has happened is at least one of my tyres has been burst, and that's incredibly frustrating because the roads are bloody slippery enough already. Oh, I hate this one. So yeah, I need to get out of here. I need to replace this car with one that actually has tyres. That would be job one. I also need to get off the main road. Here we go. This will do. Right, there's nobody behind me. Get out. Get the car. It's another Zion, but that's fine. I quite like the Zions. We'll find out how this one does in the snow though. Oh no, I've been spotted. Bump draft. Oh, okay. So I've got a speed advantage, but he's probably got a grip advantage, I imagine. I mean, I have to admit, I'm jumping to assumptions here. I'm just assuming that the 4x4s are going to be better in the snow because you'd sort of hope. They're so bad everywhere else that they've surely got to have at least that one thing going for them. I don't know. But now we are in a chase, so I'm going to hoon across the city as is traditional. Yes, and try and get away from him. So, I should have a speed advantage. He may have a handling advantage. I honestly don't know. We'll have to see what happens as we go into the ghetto, where things get a little bit narrower and twistier and slightly fiddly. So, pull it. That held quite well. I'm pleased with that one. The car did what I wanted it to do. There was a little bit of upset, and then I managed to twitch it back into going in the right direction. I do seem to be away, which is nice. Ooh, bonk. No, I'm not. Overconfidence is a very dangerous thing and regularly gets me in trouble in this game. However, Cornelia seems to have had an issue on the junction over there, so I think that means I might have a chance of. Oh, there's Mark going into the storm drain, possibly. Nope, he's turning around and he's following me. Okay, so the hunters have now had a call out that I'm driving a coupe, which means at least some of them have realised that means they can switch to coupes as well, and therefore get a little bit of an advantage over the previous cars that they were allowed to use. Whoa, that BJ swerved nicely all over the road. Ah, good. Mark has gone in the wrong direction. So I need to get to Rockford Hills. That's a long way, TM. So how am I going to do that? I think if I drop onto the highway, can I drop onto the highway here? Yes, I can. Excellent. Oop. Like this. If I get onto the highway here, this will take me back over into the main part of the city, back into downtown, or uptown. No, this is back into Vinewood. And if I stay on it, it'll take me all the way over to Rockford. So this is Rockford Hills. So yes, this is going to be the way. This is the way to do this. Head through here. Snow's still coming down. It's still slippery. Is that a Panto following me? I'm not sure. I'm going to put my foot down a little bit more. I thought I saw a Panto doing un-AI-like speeds on the on the motorway, so I got a little bit paranoid. Yeah, I'm not sure now because the thing is, the difference between a Panto doing the difference between a Panto going absolutely flat out and the Panto doing motorway speeds is not very much, because Pantos are quite slow. So brakes and off, and let's then drop into this road here, because it's not one of the ways I normally hide. So if I go down here and overtake all of this, there's a Panto with a load of suitcases on its roof. That's awesome. Okay, so I think I need to find another car. Let's take a let's take an Arena Wars Dominator, because I think this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to actually be any. It's not going to be good in the snow because it's a muscle car, but it might be good in a crash or in a chase. We shall find. We'll find out basically. I was looking back then to trying to work out if that was one of the hunters coming up behind me. I'm not convinced it was, but I'm also not 100% sure either way. Okay, I seem to now be going generally in the right direction. Where are the road markings? Okay, I think this is the correct lane. It's all snowed over so much. Yeah, the one on the right was a parking lane, I think. Pretty sure this is the correct lane, the one I'm supposed to be in. Hopefully all the AIs are sliding around all over the place like absolute lunatics as well, and I didn't even have time to think about honking that inlet at all. We've messed around with the spawn sets because we'd like the idea of having a slightly wider variety of vehicles appearing, because we're getting a little bit bored of all the ones that normally spawn. So we've basically just told the game that rather than picking out specific cars from each category, we're now basically just saying, yes, go nuts, you can have absolutely any car in that category. So in the past, where it would have gone, yeah, let's spawn in a muscle car, and therefore put down maybe a normal Dominator, maybe a Buccaneer, who knows. Now it can go absolutely nuts, and it can put down an Arena War, an Arena Wars Dominator instead, which is, it makes things a little bit more interesting. But as predicted, this car is not good in the snow. So I suspect I might be going to be in a little bit of trouble. Now Mike is behind me in a Windsor, which also, well, I don't know. I don't know how good he is at driving them. As I say, Tristan's the one who used to always like them and drove them out of choice, which is a weird thing. But I suppose technically Mike is driving it out of choice as well. So yeah, Tristan was always the one who did drive them. Oh, but maybe Mike has. Why can I not tell the? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. What's in here? Oh, that's a wall. Thank you. Just what I needed. Oh, and there's Mark up ahead of me, and Pink. I forget who Pink is. One of the new guys, anyway. And there's Tristan Tristan's in a sports car. That means I can detonate him, I think. Yes, that was a Futo, which went the wrong way. Interesting. Are any of them following me? I'm honestly not sure. Now, the thing about the Arena War cars is they already look like they've been battered around a lot, because, well, they're Arena. Oh no, Mark is definitely with me. Yeah, he's identified me again. Okay, I should have put my foot down. Oh, and Mike is caught up again as well. Oh. There's a lot of sliding happening behind me. Ooh, that looks like... Is that a sports car behind me? I think it might be. So that means it's time for one of... that's the wrong button. No, it's the wrong button. Ah! At least it was only a Panto. This button. And that. There we go. That's taken out. That's thinned the herd a little bit. Is there still any behind me? I think there aren't any behind me now after that. Excellent. So they were all of them were driving illegal cars, and therefore Splode serves them right. Let's switch over. It's another blooming Range Rover, and it's also a slightly damaged one because I drove into it. But still, nonetheless, I will take it. Bonk. Right, how damaged is it? Doesn't look too bad. Alright. I'm... Get over this way, right. No, that's not true. I have escaped from Mark a few times. He might just not tell you about it until he knows that he's going to be able to catch me. Oh, green light. So I'm still trying to get over to Rockford Hills. I'm in basically the position I was in when I originally started saying, right, this is where I'm going to come off the highway. This is about the right sort of point, I think, for Rockford Hills. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually even further away. So that's ridiculous. But still, never mind. It's a long drive over there, but hopefully I'll be able to do it without getting accosted excessively by the hunters. Now I am back in an SUV. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. I feel like it should be because but then the thing is, SUVs aren't automatically good in the snow. Four-wheel drive doesn't really help that much when you're going sideways. It's just it depends more on what tyres you've got on your car. There goes Mark again. If you've got snow tyres on a sedan, you're going to be better off than if you've got normal tyres on an SUV, for example. Oh, there's the other two, pink and red, going through over there. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a lot of intersections that have. What's going on? Where are you going? Did you panic? Was there shooting? I think there's probably shooting. Yeah, there are various intersections that have traffic lights one way and stop signs the other way. Those definitely don't make any sense. That looks like a pink car over there. Yeah, he's going away though, so that's alright. Oh, there's a lot of weirdness going on around me at the moment. I mean, if the hunters are here, I hope they're paying attention. Well, maybe they're not. I don't know. There's just I don't know whether this is AI. Well, that's AI's panicking because they've heard shooting. I don't know how. Some of it might be just AI's not being able to drive because there's snow and it's slippery for them as well, and they don't know how to deal with it. But nice. Yeah, they don't know how to deal with it, or it might just be AI's being weird because the AI drivers are sometimes weird and generally bad at driving. Now I'm pretty sure that Windsor is one of the hunters, but they don't have hunter colours on, which is a little bit of a odd to do. Maybe not actually. No, I take it back. I think that's just an AI being weird. I mean, it was literally driving up the wrong side of the road and then turned round and swung across onto my side, which you can see why I thought that was a player who and for some reason hadn't got the right colours on their car. But no, I think that was just genuinely an AI being weird. And yep, and that's not an AI being weird. That's Mike being weird. That's fine. We're used to that. Yes, exactly, Ed. The point is that the point of a four-wheel drive is it's good at getting you going, but it's no better at making you stop, or necessarily, well, potentially making I mean, I think the reason SUVs might be a little bit better as for sort of control and stuff like that is that an SUV is more likely to have knobblier, more all-purpose tyres on it than a sedan is. I know. I mean, I've driven my MX-5 in the snow, and that's an adventure because it's rear-wheel drive. It doesn't weigh anything, and it's got a reasonable amount of power and quite wide tyres. And wide tyres are good for gripping. I remember to honk. Are you proud of me? Wide tyres are good for gripping in the dry, but they just make it even worse in the snow. So yeah, it's an adventure, but it's good fun though. So I don't mind too much. Oh, he got. I couldn't turn around fast enough. Grumble, 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 grumble. Rage. Well, thank you for joining for the Christmas special. I hope you enjoyed it. There was no Christmas miracle this time, sadly. I ended up getting killed anyway. But oh well, it was a good fun run anyway.
The fatality.
Bah.
Well,
yep. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the start of that, Lawrence. That was unfortunate. It's an ever so slightly janky turn. Just thought it's worth checking.
Yeah, I think I'd.
Laurence and his janky turns are just.
It was only ever so slightly. That's why I didn't
Enough
bother
for
calling
an
it.
investigation, not enough for a call out.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot to change character's model before the start of that run. Apparently it doesn't seem to have mattered though.
So nobody noticed.
I was gonna say, I didn't notice.
Still a checkered shirt, man. Nobody saw it, no.
Only at the end. And to be honest, right now, I've done that thing where you sort of flush your memory.
Did you see
after
me on a
run
bicycle?
everything.
I did not see you on a bicycle, no.
Ah, okay.
Neither did Pete, because we established it's basically walking in there. Just go.
Was that the 4th checkpoint you took, or?
I am honestly not sure.
When we were
Probably up
heading,
there, yeah.
No, we were on the 4th.
Okay.
Ah.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was struggling to get over to that one because, well, whenever I tried to go over that way, there were hunters sort of vaguely kept accosting me.
Good.
Yep.
That's how it
Oh
should
yeah,
be.
it's yeah, exactly. It is. Actually, let's not dress as Mark Rober. It's far too obvious a character model.
And Scroober, what?
Mark Rober, he's a YouTuber.
Ah.
And
Do you have a
there's
character model that looks like him?
there's a character model that looks a lot like him.
Can you check its number? I want to see it.
I can't. No, I've
yes,
already
no.
changed off from it. And I'm just
If you can
flicking
press
through.
F8. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
but I've gone through lots
Yeah,
of
but he's
them
gone
now.
through about 20 skins.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Ed. Well, I don't know actually. No, you say never wait that long. There've been times when it's gone where waiting has or where someone would have been about to drive off and I've then fled and that's given me away. So no, it's not as simple as if they've waited that long then you're doomed. Quite frequently you're not, and it's the running away that gives you away. So
It's entirely possible they've just stopped next to you and opened their map and aren't even paying any attention to you.
yeah, that is also a thing.
I mean, that happened in a recent video, didn't it? Where you basically changed cars in front of a hunter.
Yeah, probably. Also, there was one moment in the game where I got mildly. No, salty isn't quite is too strong a word, but I thought there was a hunter driving around in a white Windsor that they hadn't recoloured, and then it just started, and then it stopped driving like a hunter and started driving like an AI, and I'm actually now 100% convinced it was just an AI being weird. It was driving up the
It'd
wrong
probably
side of the
been
road
pissed
and
off
everything.
by a hunter earlier
Yeah, probably.
and then drove off and then eventually just calmed down.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Cornelius has been driving in a Windsor, I think, but with his tan color.
No, it was the full on white that they're all spawning in, and as I say,
Ice white, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% convinced it was. Well, I'm virtually convinced that it was an AI, not a hunter. I don't think I'm not accusing any of you of cheating because I honestly think it was a hunter. But when I first saw it, it was driving up the wrong side of the road and going fairly quickly. I was going, hang on a minute, is that a player?
Laurence getting salty, never.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Definitely got no video evidence of that one occurring.
No.
Have you selected a new character?
I have, yes. Let's see if we can have a Christmas miracle this time and with me actually win.
It's done.
Well,
Quick, land. No, damn it.
You're lucky the oh, I'm on my own now. Apparently, I've been booted out of the chat. I normally wait a little bit longer than that. Oh god, where am I? I'm way up in the hill. Okay, I'm going to use the speed and power and slidiness of the Voltic to get me down out of the hills before I switch to a more sensible car. I think that might be the most ridiculously northerly that I've ever spawned in this game. That's crazy. I'm not using a what's the name? A Comet in this weather. They're slippery enough at the best of times. Also, I don't want to unlock sports cars right at the start. So that would be dangerous. So let's try and get out of the hills. I'd quite like to pick up a nice sedan. What are you? Count the doors. Count the doors. Nope, it's 2 doors. That's a Shafter. That's a sports car. There's the Shafter and the Schwarzer look very, very similar, but you can tell the difference between them by as I say, by counting the doors. I'm going to get myself down into the city, find a car, and then sort of do the intro and start playing and start trying to make a video. So, whoa, slidey. I mean, it is a supercar. I'm not surprised. No, I don't want to go sports car straight away. I don't want a van. I'm just doing the not that one game. That was a Sultan. That's another sports car. I would like an acceptable quality, a sedan of acceptable quality. Let's see what we've got in this car park here. What are you? That's assaulting again. It's all sports cars. There's nothing in that sort of nice middle ground spawning at fine. I'll take a Fusillade. They won't really expect me to be in a Fusillade, I don't think. Probably. I could use a motorbike. That'd be silly. There we go. Alarms stopped. Right. So, welcome to Laurence Plays and Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, all that sort of stuff. It's been it's time for a Christmas special, or at least a winter special, because, well, I don't know. We'll see whether this one actually makes it out to Christmas or not. So, thank you for joining the channel. This is Manhunt Checkpoint, where I drive around the city trying to take checkpoints. There will be 5 of them. If I manage to take all of them, then I win the game. However, to make this a little bit harder, there are some hunters knocking around the city as well. We've got 8 of them today, which is a crazy, crazy number. And if they manage to stop me, and they stop me by shooting me in the head usually, if they manage to kill me, or if I die through natural causes as well, which in this game can mean police cars, then they win the game. What are you doing? What was that? There seem to be hunters everywhere. No, I'm not sticking around here. Let's go. Right, so I've got a Fusillade, so hopefully I should be properly quick and be able to get away from them. However, I might not be able to take any corners because I'm driving a sports car in the snow. So we'll see how this goes for me. The only thing that could make this worse is if I was missing tyres. So I'm gonna let's plan early to take a corner. Here we go, that's a corner. And let's put my lights off, and I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to keep going a bit in this because I haven't turned the circle off, so at this point it is relatively fair for me to try and cross a decent chunk of the city, and with them all being probably in slower vehicles than me, I might be able to do this and get down to the general vicinity of the next checkpoint and then switch cars down there without getting too much abuse from them. Now, doing this, if I turn the circle off, hooning across the city like this, grossly unfair because hooning across the city to get to the checkpoint would be totally unfair. I wouldn't do that. But because the circle's still turned on, then it's kind of okay. So I think, yeah, that looks like it's somewhere in Ghetto. So if I try and, I'm going to vault this, go over the bridge here, switch cars on the other side of here in Industrial, and then come back over into Ghetto on the next bridge down. I think that's probably a good way to do this. It'll get me way away from all the hunters because, oh, I want to take this corner. Don't steer under braking, Laurence. You know that's a bad idea. Right, down here somewhere. So I need to find another car, like that one. Okay, we're unlocking coupes as well. So it is going to be basically the hunters are going to be allowed to drive almost anything they want because I've now unlocked the 2 choice classes. Really, we've unlocked coupes, we've unlocked sports cars. They're going to be out driving all kinds of good stuff. Ooh, that's 2 of the hunters. I hope they didn't see me just running that red light. I think they did. Damn it. Let's pull up at this red light anyway. No, I think it's time to go. All right, I wasn't. Yeah, my I shouldn't have run that red light. That was, and also they'll have noticed that I stopped moving as quickly, so they'll probably have assumed I was changing cars. So they would have been looking for anything in that area that was being remotely suspicious. So yeah, I didn't have quite as much of a lead over them as I needed to pull the sort of shenanigans that I was pulling. So oh well, c'est la vie. Let's get on with the run. So they now will all be switching into goodness knows what. I've unlocked. They now know that sports cars and coupes are both unlocked. So oh, so that was a reduced grip in the snow that I was worrying about earlier. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's try and find another car. What is that? No, that's an Emperor. I do not want an Emperor. That's or something similar. I see purple lights behind me. I only have one tail light. This is not going to be good. Let's just go around this corner and hope he didn't see me. And then put my foot down like that and turn my lights off. All the sort of suspicious things, but if it gets me away, totally worth it. Now, once again, as I was saying earlier, I need to switch cars. So let's pull up next to what you. It's probably. I don't know. Actually, the Premier might be a good idea. They might be a little bit grippier in the snow. Oh dear, Hunter. Do not want. At least he didn't get out of his car, but yeah, I was hoping I was slightly more away than I was. In fact, I thought I was more aware. I just didn't. I did my standard trick of not checking behind me properly. There's Pete in a Comet. That's brave. That's not a. So it's not a Comet. It's a. Oh no, actually, I think that might be a coupe class. It might be a. Oh no, actually, no, I think it's a Rapid GT. Identifying cars is difficult. I'm not very good at it. Oh, I'm in trouble. Can I get out of here? Can I? Maybe I can. Ooh, there's a lot of slide there. Ooh, I made it. Awesome. Ha! Take that. Okay, so Mark is still with me, but I got away from the two who got out and started shooting at me. Well, that's obviously their fault for getting out and starting shooting because, yes, you try and get violent, and I suppose you end up losing the chase. So let's try and go around this corner without getting T-boned on the way through. Hello, pedestrian. Goodbye, pedestrian. Oh, I took that. I'm pleased with the way I took that one. That actually went well, and that went. I'm just, yeah, pleased to say. So I'm gonna have to come back round here because I want to. Whoa! Was that Mike in a cement mixer? It was Mike in a cement mixer. The sod. Right. Okay. There's all the hunters pouring across the road in the opposite direction there, but they've all gone that way, and I'm going this way. So fingers crossed. I see purple lights behind me, but oh, that turn was slightly later than I thought it was. Take that. Whoa! Suddenly Max in a bus. My goodness. Well done is all I can say to that. That was, yeah. You're not going to catch me in a bus, but that was an amazing roadblock out of nowhere. I'm honestly impressed. Ooh. And sliding around everywhere as discussed before. So yeah, this snow makes the game very interesting. Oh dear, I'm going into the tunnel. Did they see me go into the tunnel? That's the question. And where do you go from the tunnel? Okay, so we go across the railway bridge here. Sure. No, I don't think they saw where I went. Okay, cool. I'm now. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here in industrial. You know what? I'm going to abandon the car here because I don't know. Because I feel the need to hide. I'm kind of scared. And yeah, if I can just get through onto the road, and I should be able to. Oh, here they come. No, go in the container. Right, that'll do, I suppose. In the container. Has he gone past? I hope so. Oh, don't make yourself visible. That'd be bad. I hope they've just all shot past and are miles away by now. And if I just go up here, I'm in a skate park. I did not know the skate park existed. Well, it's amazing what you find when you're just wandering around randomly, isn't it? There's a taco van. Oh, is that a car? That's a car. What's that? Oh, okay, that's the hunters all having a moment up there, just on the road, right outside where I'm nicking a car from. Jeez, that's not the sort of risk I like to take. If the alarm could stop blurping, that'd be nice. Come on, I'm not pulling out onto the road until you stop. Turn the lights off at least. Right, there we go. I don't think this car is the best of choices, but I'm in it, and we're moving, and we're heading towards the checkpoint, and nobody would expect me to be driving an Emperor, so I'm cautiously optimistic, and probably doomed. We shall see. Okay, so I'm driving pretty much directly towards the next checkpoint. So it's not. I say next checkpoint, the first checkpoint. This is going so badly so far. And there's a hunter and half a Range Rover. I don't know what AIs do when you drop a traffic light in front of them like that. Do they drive over it? Do they stop and get confused? I honestly don't know. But I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to take that checkpoint, and then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm in the wrong lane. Then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble because I'm going to be trying to escape from a checkpoint in an Emperor. And yeah, you know, worst car ever and all that sort of thing. Okay, here comes several hunters. At least one of whom is also in an Emperor. Nice. You see, they're all just driving straight past me because they don't think I'd be daft enough to drive this thing. Go away, please. All of you, just go away. I don't want you to. I don't want you here. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like. Okay, they're all going away. Right. Okay. Let's go. There we go. I've taken the checkpoint. Oh no, Pete was right there when I took it, and he's in a sports car, and I'm in an astonishingly bad car. I think he might actually. Right, this is going to be an extremely difficult chase. Because my car is terrible, but I say but as if there's going to be some sort of secret advantage that I'm about to pull out from its glove box or something. But no, the car is just outright terrible, and I'm in a lot of trouble. So, would it be out of what's the name for given this is the Christmas special and it's all snowy and everything like that? Does that mean I'm not allowed to go and ditch the car in the ocean because I would obviously die in seconds of hypothermia? Because I think that's going to be how I'm going to have to get away. Because in an Emperor, there's not a lot else I can do. How many? I've just only got Tristan behind me, so that's. But it doesn't really matter because he's going to be telling them all where I am. I think I am going to have to go for the ditched in the ocean technique. But first, let's do a disable circle because I'm going to need all the help I can get for this. Let's try. Oh, that's a wrecked car. You still have to drive around it if you want to go anywhere. Okay, the Operation Ditched in the Ocean is currently not going too well because I'm driving away from the ocean. Oh no! Why did I pick? Oh, well, I know exactly why I picked this car. It's because it's the only one there at the time when I needed a car. But why did I keep it? Why did I take a checkpoint in it? I don't know. If I'd looked behind me and seen just where Pete was, then I wouldn't have taken it. Oh, there we go. Got Mike as well now. Yeah, if I'd noticed just where Pete was, then as I say, I wouldn't have taken the checkpoint. I'd have done anything else. Oh no. Oh no, just no. Ah. I shouldn't have taken that car. I knew I shouldn't when I took it, but I did anyway.
That's the right choice. I knew I shouldn't take the bus, but I did anyway. Sure enough.
Yeah, but that actually worked out quite well for you, in a couple of different ways. The Emperor just didn't have any redeeming features. I mean, the bus has redeeming features. It's useful and massive. The Emperor doesn't have anything going for it at all. I don't think.
We don't check Emperors.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Actually, a lot of you drove past me. Actually, if I'd looked behind me before I took that checkpoint, then I probably wouldn't have taken it. I'd have just driven straight through it and kept going, because I'd have seen that Pete was right there. But I didn't notice, and so I took it, and then I was really, really obvious. Mistakes were made, as they say.
I make the mistakes.
How many checkpoints were you at? 2?
Sorry?
How many checkpoints did we continue? 2?
I took 1 in that one, and that was right just before I got caught, just before we got into the big chase, and then I eventually got caught. So that was not a hugely successful run.
It went blue as I was driving through it.
Yeah, not my finest checkpoint.
You're not allowed to spawn a shotgun.
Oh, but I didn't spawn a shotgun.
Tristan, for rainbow mode, do you have to hardcode the colors, or is it? Okay.
It doesn't take a huge amount of time. Ooh, rainbow mode would probably be quite good actually, because we've got so many people now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but it's good to find pink cars, and it's good to drown out pink cars. So
yes, exactly. So it'll be more interesting in both sort of ways.
We know a general area, but then get completely lost.
Rocks are lacking. I found an issue.
Totally unplayable?
No, I saw 2 snowflakes that were the same.
Oh no!
What is it? Totally unplayable.
unrealistic game.
Yeah, I saw a
Give me
video
a
a
quick
little while ago
rundown of
about
the. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
so a video a while back of someone who had a machine that could almost design bespoke snowflakes, but they changed the temperature and the pressure in this chamber, and they could make the snowflake grow and in various different ways depending on how they did it.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
can replicate a snowflake twice?
No, but it's there's like different types of snowflakes, and he could replicate the type.
Oh, cool.
He could
Yeah.
make snowflakes different types.
So you couldn't quite design how it looked.
Yeah, we have requests from chat to go for rainbow mode. So is it going to? How long will it take you to implement, Tristan, with a couple
I'm
of new
partway
people?
through it.
Awesome.
Sophia, what colour are you?
Red.
Oh,
Is it?
Matte red. Let's see what that does. And Johan, what colour are you?
I'm hot
You're the-
pink right now.
So we could make the
Okay.
prey white, make the prey brilliant white, and they'll stick out as much as a pink one does.
Pure
Make it-
white?
yeah.
Johan, we only need your colour. We didn't need to know that you were hot.
White is going to be annoying.
Well,
No, oh my
ew.
god.
Sorry, what did you say?
White is going to be annoying with the snow.
I
Oh well.
suppose so.
Wow, wow. That's kind of it's the blessing and the curse of having brightly coloured hunters. They're very obvious, but you very quickly run out of colours.
Yeah. One that we could do things like, I mean, the hunters don't have to all be different colours, but it is quite fun to be able to go, aha, that's orange, therefore that's mine.
That is a huge benefit.
We could start doing things like different coloured body and underglow.
I was going to say secondary colours might have to be a thing at some point.
A lot of cars
That doesn't
Not-
apply
not-
to
not
all
as most-
vehicles.
I was about to say most cars don't show secondary color. I say most, but quite a few.
Basically,
Maybe
it
not
tends to
all.
be the good cars that have secondary colours. The fairly generic ones don't.
It'd have to be an underglow then.
Yeah.
you
Headlights
can't really
works
see in
quite well,
daylight.
but until they get smashed out.
Hmm.
Like
Oh my.
Max is blue with red headlights, for example, which works well, but they get smashed. And
Be right back. 1
Yep.
minute.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't put like a thing that headlights just don't get damaged.
Can we put player names over your head for hunters?
might
No,
be
'cause-
possible.
I mean,
Technically-
player names over your head is.
Tristan,
possible.
how long do
That's
you
a
use that?
multiplayer option, and this isn't a multiplayer game.
Technically, can put names over players, but the point is kind of that they're not there.
Wait,
I
I
don't think
for
that's an
hunters,
improvement.
Maybe, right?
yeah, and it looks better
Hey.
without names floating over players.
Yeah.
That's
I was
for
quite
sure.
impressed with that.
But from a gameplay point of view, it wouldn't matter too much putting names over hunter players.
I think it's better
But
without
I
because
think
it
it looks nicer
means that
without.
if a hunter is running around on the street, then they're
You
at
don't
risk.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
True.
You say
Yeah.
that, but I know most of your outfits.
Yeah, on the
No,
rare
I
occasion.
became. Sorry,
If you see a monkey running on the road, you're not going, hey, that's Laurence.
I became pink. Wasn't I supposed to be red?
Yeah, everything's pink
Uh,
around me, so it's obviously not fixed set me to white yet. Oh, there's a purple car. So yes. Did you get them the wrong way round? It's the danger of having two newbies at the same time.
Sophia is red and Johan's pink.
Oh,
That's
well,
how
when
it
I
works.
get in the car, it turns red and then pink again.
Okay.
I have
so-
returned.
It's the. Oh, so if you're not using matte red,
Oh,
then
right. They're
you're
just
changing it to a
red.
different one, and then if
Ah, so matte red. I think I have some other red, but I'll change to matte red. Yeah.
because if Johan gets in, if his computer gets in before yours and says, "Oh, that car's not a valid color," I'll change it to pink because that's the color I choose to change everything to.
Are you aware that I'm still surrounded by pink cars?
Hang on.
Okay.
Also have pink cars around me, and if my car is also pink, and if I get in, it change to cream and then back to pink again.
Interesting.
I have to go to a different
Oh, I've realised one with it.
Welcome to debugging on the fly.
Things you don't see during videos.
Yes.
Oh, you. I blame you for yours, Cornelius. Your name is different
Okay.
now than it was before.
No, it's
You
not.
have capitalized everything, and you don't have underscores anymore.
And all
Wait,
the snow
what?
gone.
I can fix that.
I think
But
he might have his team.
Yeah, having Steam open changes it. That might be an issue.
yeah, so you may have Steam open or not have Steam open now, and will make a difference.
Because Rockstar, yay.
I have white
I
cars now.
have
Hooray.
lime green
I
cars
have
around me.
pink cars now.
I
So,
don't have
but
any
if a
cars.
player is pink, what's the prey color?
White.
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 Ah, okay. That's new.
That's white.
Does everyone have appropriate coloured cars around them? Ignoring
Yes.
any that are.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, I have green cars around me.
Oh, are Cornelius'
not have
cars and
green
mine
around.
going to look very, very similar? Do I need to be black?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, back to even worse.
I have a bit of pink, a bit of white.
Especially in the dark. That's
Actually,
handy.
to be fair, let me put my glasses on.
Ed's
I have
not here
glasses now.
today. You're
Yeah.
yellow.
How are they?
Okay.
Are they good? Do they?
So I've got the new ones I've got are indoor ones. I have outdoor sunglasses, which are fantastic. The indoor ones are not quite as good, but I mean they're all right.
And how does it compare to
working,
watching
Laurence?
watching
Yes.
a screen?
It's
Because
actually
you have different values of backlights, of course. I assume it's different. But...
yeah. I mean the brighter the better. So things like screens are actually quite good. Because they're still quite tinted, which is kind of the first thing that I had to kind of used to. They're like, you know, like if you have reaction lenses and you go from sunny to indoors and they're still quite dark.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that all the time. So it does help with the brighter things. So yeah, screens are actually better than.
Your whole family can go to hell. Ugh. Damn it. Shit. You're finished.
Hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays Manhunt Checkpoint, and we are playing in Rainbow mode today. I think we're playing Checkpoint. I assume we're playing Checkpoint. I'll find out in a moment or two anyway when one pops up. And we are playing in Rainbow mode today because we've got so many people playing. And so Rainbow mode is the one where you're. Let me try that again. Rainbow mode is the one where cars, when they spawn in, are set to the colour of the closest hunter. And because we've got somebody playing in pink today, I've been nominated with yellow as my colour. So when you see all these yellow cars around, that means I'm the closest person to all of where all these cars when they spawned in. So I'm somewhat safe. If we look around and we see purple cars, that means Tristan's around. If we see orange cars all over the place, that means Mike's around, and so on and so on. We have the traditional dilemma with this game mode of whether I should stick with a car in my own colour or whether I should try and switch to somebody else's. And it's a dilemma because, well, if I'm in my own colour, then that looks a little bit suspicious. And especially if I'm the only one around, then the hunters will get very, very suspicious of it very, very quickly. If I'm in if I'm in a hunter's colour car, then if that hunter is around, then I'll blend in and they won't get suspicious. But if they're not around, then it'll look even more suspicious and be even more of a giveaway. So it's a debate. It's an endless debate. I don't know what the best way to do it is. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I would try and take the opportunity to change into a hunter colour vehicle at some point because it's interesting and it's fun and I think it's very worth doing. So at the moment everything is yellow, which means I probably could just run this red light. Oh no, there's a Cornelius cream colour car up ahead. So he's in this area somewhere, and he's seeing loads of yellow cars and going, aha! This is a good area to get suspicious of. Yeah, so you see there's that one over there, that sort of beigey white one, that tells me that Cornelius is around. That green one tells me Pete's around. That blue one tells me that Max is around. Basically, everybody is suddenly in this area. So that's why I'm now driving a little bit more sedately and carefully and just sitting at this traffic light going, there's hunters everywhere. Or there's all the hunters very, very close by and there's a green light. So actually I do need to start going. So, Baytree Canyon Road up in Baytree, I think that's way off into the hills, a bloomin' million miles away, and it's going to take me about half an hour to get to. And this is going to be kind of annoying. Anyone behind me? No one behind me. I'm just going to go because it's so far. So this is going to be a bit of a trek to get to this one. That's just the way it is. That's where the checkpoint has been put by the game, so I'm going to have to drive all the way up there and take it. I do feel that the new game mode does seem to have a lot of checkpoints in the hills. I feel like they're showing up a lot. However, actually, in Rainbow mode, going into the hills and to really, really distant points is actually really, really good for my survivability. There's that must be Cornelius because it's beige. I don't know why I was umming and erring over who it was. Probably because he's using the same player model as Mark does. This is a lot of yellow cars. Blimey. Some sort of banana frenzy or... yes. I think this is a green light for me. Even though there's... What is that van doing? Apart from the obvious it wrong. Ooh, that was a bit of a janky wobble. Let's try not to do that. Less janky than the van in front, but still a bit dodgy. And would be enough to get me looked at by a hunter. So I'm going to... Ooh, no, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to drive past this queue and just skip it. But actually there's enough movement going on from the cars now, so I think we'll stick with the big group of them. Being in a big group of cars, not ideal, because it tends to make you rather more... Again, it's another thing that the hunters watch out for, and another thing that makes it really, really obvious. I'm playing in your colour, Ed, because you're not playing, so we reckon that because somebody's playing in pink, having me playing in yellow would be a good way of differentiating me from everyone else. Because we're basically... When we've got eight hunters, we start to run a little bit low on sensible colours that will work. So, yes, I'm going to drive 1,000,000 miles out of the city, and this is going to make it really, really easy for me to hide, because the hunters probably aren't searching the hills area, because it's so far away from everything, he says, as a Cornelius colour car comes out of a junction. Yeah, we're probably not going to have any other hunters up this way, so I reckon I should be able to trundle up into the hills, hopefully not run into a deer, and grab the checkpoint at the top. And I don't know. I don't know how much of an alert they're going to get for the position of the checkpoint. They are told where it is. They're given the address, but if they don't see it, I don't know if they actually get told anything useful. So here we are. This is the observatory. That deer is still running away from me. Let's turn round here and head back down. I thought that car was orange for a moment, but no, it's a yellow car with a red checkpoint in front of it. So there we go. Take the checkpoint. Now we can drive away from here. And you know what? I'm going to stick up here on the extreme north of the world because this is going to make it really, really safe for me. And, oh, I've got the police, the wanted level checkpoint effect again. This one seems to be coming up a lot this evening. However, if I'm up here, it's going to be really easy to evade the police, and also it's going to keep me away from the hunters while I wait for the wanted level to go away. So this is actually this is pretty good. I'm happy up here. I'm not going to worry too much about getting back into the city just yet. I'm not going to hang around because that would be boring. And the next... Oh, Golfing Society. Do you think Golfing Society might be at the golf course? It seems quite likely, doesn't it? Ooh, a jester. I do like jesters. Oh, no, cops. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see... Oh, they saw me. Ah. Damn it. And there's another one coming the other way as well. Don't damage the jester. Oh dear, oh dear. Where does this even go? Well, there's a road down here. All right, we're following the road that goes around the perimeter of the reservoir, because I sort of got pushed onto here by the cops, and well, what are you gonna do? So, what am I gonna do when they come for me? I don't know. I'm gonna carry on around here. There's helicopters up there, so that's a concern, because there aren't police helicopters after me because I only have a 2-star wanted level. So if there are police helicopters flying around like that, and they're in hunter colours as well, that makes me think that the hunters are in this sort of general area, and well, at least one of them has managed to get their wanted level up to a 3-star. Oh, there we go. There's mine gone. So yes, this means the hunters have come up this way looking for me potentially. I'm not sure. I'm going to take a police car. No, I'm not, because it's run away. I'm going to leave my car parked in the middle of the road and take this. Is that another? No, it's not a jester. Okay, that's a sports car though, I think. Don't you whip it with your... Oh. Apparently, stealing a car in front of cops gets you a wanted level. Who knew? I was honestly not expecting that, because I thought this game didn't do wanted levels, except as a checkpoint effect. So that's new. Now it's 2 stars because they're following me. I'm going to head down towards the city and just see how things go. Now there is a bullet hole in the back of my car, but apart from that, it's pretty much unscathed. So we shall see how this goes. Now hopefully I'll be able to get rid of that wanted level again fairly quickly. In fact, I'm going to turn right here because I want to head along across the top of the city. I want to get to the golf course, which is over this way. So I think going this way is probably going to be a good idea. I'm sort of assuming that this is a normal road and there will be cars going along here is a thing, but we shall find out as we go, I guess. Yeah, there we go. There's some cars and some cops as well. But I've lost the wanted level now, so that's okay. The max wanted is done automatically. The wanted level is done automatically by the game, or at least in theory, it's done automatically by the game mode. So I think I shouldn't be trying to do things manually and fiddle with the numbers on there. It is sort of slightly tempting, but yeah, I think I shouldn't. Okay, do I want to turn? Let's go. Yeah, from here, let's go left. Then no, let's go right and round the top way because it's forced me up into the hills. I'm going to stick with the hills, especially as there were so many hunter-coloured vehicles up there in the hills that I don't feel too guilty about driving around up here a little bit. Ooh. I am being a little bit sneaky going around like this, staying to the edge of the map, but it's the obvious way to go from up in the hills to get over to the golf course, so I think it's kind of justifiable. It's a little bit maybe, but I feel like I can justify it reasonably well. And I'm coming back down into the main part of the city now anyway, so it's not so bad. Okay, nearly there. So if I take not this left, but the next left, and then I can go down there, turn right, and I'll be boom on top of the checkpoint. And there's a pink car. I don't know if that's a hunter. It probably isn't, but it might be. But it does tell me there's a hunter in the vicinity, which is a little bit of a worry. Now, I think this is on the other side of the road. We'll find out whether I can legitimately get it from this side of the road or whether I'm going to have to turn around. No, I'm going to have to turn around and come back, I think. That's okay, though. I can do that. We'll see if we can find a reasonably unobtrusive way to turn around. And going into the hotel is not that. That, I think, is the actual hunter there in that muscle car. My half-hearted, somewhat late honk seems to have been enough to get rid of him, though, so that's good. I do now have some significant damage to my car. I think that means I should probably switch it for something else. So let's pull up behind this one over here. It seems to be quiet here. And I've been seeing Cornelius so much recently. Let's swap out of this shafter into... That's an Oracle, isn't it? It's not ideal, but it's better than the one right in front of it. Please don't be Mike. Please don't be Mike. Okay, so we've got a Cornelius-coloured car now, so that's an improvement. Especially as he seems to be generally very much in the area. So, oh, there's that pink one again. That pink hunter. He's in a muscle car, so if we do get into a chase, I can blow him up. Tristan's in a sports car, though, so I don't think I can here. Which one's he going for? Right, that was my panicked AI impression. I got to run Tristan over in the process, so that's nice. They were shooting though, so I feel that panicking, as far as an AI goes, is a perfectly legitimate thing to be doing there. And yes, AIs do panic, and when they panic, all kinds of havoc happens. So yeah, now I'm going to loop around like this is a bad way to go. Why am I going this way? This is an incredibly bad idea. I don't want to go this way at all. Well, I do, because this is the way to the next checkpoint. But also I don't, because this is going to get me in trouble. I need to switch cars because this one is battered. And probably has blood on the front. Yes, it has blood on the front of it. Okay, we'll take a pink car. Give me a car, give me a car, give me a car, give me a car. Right. Okay, let's go. Go, 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 go. Right. Okay. Oh, it's fine. It's another one up in the hills. I mean, Hills is... It feels a little bit silly. Yeah, with this many hunters, I feel that, yes, any tactic I can use to make things a little bit easier for myself is legitimate. They can cover, between them, they should be able to cover the entire city without too much difficulty, including the funny bits on the outskirts. Now, the question is, and this doesn't necessarily make things fairer or unfairer, is how well do the hunters know where the limits of the city are? There's a lot of red cars here. I think that, yeah, that Fusillade is definitely a hunter. And it's definitely following me. Let's be a spooked AI again, because that's always a good tactic. And let's go into the hills, because that's also a good tactic, because nobody knows their way around the hills, including me, which is why I've ended up going along a road that doesn't actually take me up into the hills. Yes, well done there. Oh, that's Mike waiting to set up an ambush. Well done there. I can carry on round here though and just keep going. There's a lot of... Oh, that's not a jester. I was going to say there's a lot of jesters spawning, but then I realised that... Oh, wasn't one. Can I use that to my advantage and head back down again and... No, the shooting happening further down. That probably means they haven't identified. They don't know quite where I am. Let's take this side road and block it up with this. I don't know. I think if I switch cars again now, I was going to say if I switch cars again now, I'm going to end up in something yellow. But actually, just as I said that, boom! Suddenly an orange Zion. So that'll do very nicely. We'll have that. Thank you very much. And now today I shall pretend to be Mike, and therefore be the pest. So, right, up into the hills. So it's a long way up into the hills. It's a very, very long way up into the hills. Blimey. Okay, well, as previously stated, not my fault. This is where the game is sending me. So I have... and I'm not going to say I feel guilty about it, because I don't. I have a very good excuse in that if the game wants to give me checkpoints up here, then I'm going to have to take the checkpoints up here. There's not a lot I can do about it. It is a long way up here. Where should we go from here? Maybe... Well, we'll see where the next checkpoint is and try and base where I drop back into the city. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Base where I drop back into the city from based on where the next checkpoint is. So have a good think about it. I'll even be able to stop and have a look at the map because it's going to be so safe up here. Although this is quite a good place to head over to the road that drops in by the university. So well, I'll grab this checkpoint and then we'll see from there. So checkpoint. Boop. I suppose I might as well just keep going this way. In my stylish orange car. It's another wanted level. Goodness sake. There's a cop that way. Not going that way then. Turn round. Get away from the cops. And there's one this way as well. Oh, I call shenanigans on the cops. I really do. Time for a bit of off-roading then. While we wait for the cops to go away, and while we wait for the game to tell me where the next checkpoint is. So I'm going to just go up here onto this road probably. Okay, checkpoint for Cypress Flats. Oh, that's over in Industrial. That's a million miles away. Okay, well, yes, it's going to take a while to get there, but is everyone in the mood for a long drive? Did anyone bring the tunes and snacks? And we can have some fun on the way down there. That wanted level is very nearly gone. Look how slowly the stars are flashing. I think it's probably safe to drop down onto the road again now. And try not to drive over that. Probably a coyote. I don't know. I don't know American animals. Come on. Lose a wanted. There we go. No more wanted level. Right. So now I need to drop back down. In fact, let's have a quick map stop while we're here. Actually maybe. It's all the way down there, you see. So I want to get onto the highway really. I could turn right and go over onto this road and come down here and drop on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn right at this bit. Go back along the road I was taking before. I'll do this quickly because, well, I'll get bored otherwise, basically. But if I get over there, then I can drop onto the highway, and that'll take me over to Industrial nice and quickly. So, round this way. This is a fairly long and winding road, but again, it's going to keep me away from the hunt. Ooh, there's a green car there. How is there a green car all the way out here? Maybe I shouldn't hoon in quite the way I was then. That honestly surprises me quite a lot, as you can probably tell by my shocked silence. But yeah, why is there I mean, that's a peat-coloured car. Is Pete really the closest hunter? Where's that car drive from? And cars can travel quite a long way before they despawn, especially if there's lots of players in the sort of the general area. But still, I am really quite surprised that there is a green car up here. I am still going to... Ooh, there's a Jester. I do want a Jester. I do like the Jester. I've said this before, but I do like it. No, it's yellow, so it's going to be a bit too obvious. I think I'm probably best not. It's all yellow so far. Yeah, that's still safe. Right, so this brings me over onto the main... This is the main road I was talking about, the one that drops in basically past the university. And from here, I can drop down to get on the highway at Beach and take it from there, I think. Now, the big risk of driving this car... Yeah, it's quite possible somebody did... It's possible somebody did drive up into the hills because it was so quiet up there, or they recognised the thing that said Vinewood Hills and went, aha, we'll go and check up there. But even so, it's still a little bit surprising that there was... I think it's more surprising that there was a single green car. That just seems weird, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. It scared me a little bit, but... yeah, I've got over it. It's fine. I'll be okay. Right. So yes, this road will eventually bring me down. It'll go past the graveyard and then down towards the beach, drop me onto the motorway there, and then from the motorway I can get across the city fairly quickly. Sophia can kill himself. Fine, no problem with that. Yeah, we can just bomb down the motorway to get over to the industrial area where the next checkpoint is. And hopefully, if they are looking in the hills for yellow cars or seeing yellow cars up this way, that'll really throw them off. But we shall see how that goes. So, are you gonna turn left, right? Yes, you are. Yeah, that one didn't stop. So whoever it was who was telling me that we're supposed to stop before turning right, the AIs don't. So I don't think I should have to either. Ooh, Mike is down on the. Oh no, so Mike has died. Somebody was shooting down on the highway that I'm heading down to. That's a worry because I'm heading down there and I don't want to be shot. But we'll see how that goes. There are lots of yellow cars here, and I'm in the only orange, which is a little bit... This is worrying, because given that Mike has just died, he's probably going to be... Well, there aren't any hospitals around here, so he's not going to be anywhere near me. So anyone who sees lots and lots of yellow cars and one orange isn't going to think about fruit salads or that song about the oranges and lemons. They're going to think that the orange car must be me, and they're going to attack it. Fortunately, with it being a Zion, it's got a reasonable amount of oomph, and I've got a good chance of getting away. However, if any of the hunters are in sports cars, I'm not going to be able to blow them up because I drove a sports car earlier in the run. So, we shall see. There's a lot of yellow cars around here, though. It's a lot of cars in general, actually. That car park is very, very full. Look at all these yellows. And there's one red car right behind me. This is weird. I mean, should I switch? It's a Comet. The Comets are good, actually. They're fast, but they're very, very slidey, and I'm not very good at driving them. So I'm gonna leave that Comet alone, even though that being there means that there must be a red player around somewhere. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of individual cars of other colours around, which is quite strange. Maybe if I can keep that one with me, it'll help and keep me a bit safer. Ooh, green light. Is it following? It is. Green light, nice. But let's see, we've got it's just yellows around here still, which is, I mean, in a way, just yellow cars around is good for my sanity, good for my chance. Oh no, there's a load of orange cars as well, even better. So orange cars means that I start to blend in a little bit because Mike is spawning stuff. So that's a good thing. If we can keep Mike in the same sort of general area, that would be fantastic because it would help keep me safe. I am going a bit faster than the other cars on the highway, which is a little bit dodgy, but yeah. So here's a question: It's the California stop is where you basically drive through a you do your right turn on red without actually stopping properly. Is that one of those things that just everyone does it so they turn a blind eye, or is it actually legally allowed? And if so, is that specifically in California? I know very little about driving in America. I have driven over there, and I did learn about turning right on a red, and I think what I thought you were supposed to do, and also learned about how to do a four-way stop as well. So I've got a vague idea about driving in America, but only a vague one, and it was many years ago, so I've kind of forgotten. Oh, some pink vehicles up ahead of me now. So we are really running through the rainbow here. This is going quite interestingly. Is that another orange car? No, that's a yellow car. Okay, that's... We've got pinks and greens and yellows and this one solitary orange. Actually, we've got one solitary green as well, and one solitary pink. So maybe it's not quite as bad as I think it is. Maybe there's just enough hunters around now that we're getting a bit of colour variety, should we say? Fair enough. I guess. Whoa. Braking like that is probably suspicious because, well, I don't know if hunters, if AI cars do brake quite like that. Yeah, Tristan is suspicious of me. Ah! Yeah, I should have started reversing sooner. Grumble, 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 grumble. Well, I lasted quite a long time, but that was mostly because I spent all the whole time in the up in the hills.
Fantastic.
Being the only
Nice.
orange car looks a bit dodgy.
Just tell me we're stream sniping. It'd be easier than giving away what actually happened.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
I spent so long in the hills in that run. That's probably why you couldn't find me.
Basically, every time I left the hills, someone said, "Oh, there's a yellow car up in the hills."
Yeah, there were two
Halfway
checkpoints in the hills. There's one in the hills, one at golf course, and one in the hills. So, and then after both of the ones in the hills, I got wanted levels. I think certainly after one of them. So I spent quite a long time up there just twiddling my proverbials, trying to get rid of the cops. So,
is it possible to move the bounding box for the generation checkpoint south by a few hundred meters?
Definitely possible. Let's have a look at the map because it is. I think yes, it is. We're getting too many hills ones, and some of those were so far out into the hills it was a bit ridiculous.
So I mean, it's not helped that the map isn't sort of. Actually, in fairness, the north end of it is pretty close to east-west.
Well, the fact that it only gives them on roads means if we're overlapping, if you take it south a lot and it goes over the sea, it's not a problem. So it's not like it's going to then spawn checkpoints in the sea.
Oh well, no. I mean, you could. We can set a top and bottom positions independently. It's just where do you want the rectangle?
Oh, I know, Laurence. So I was wondering who mapped out the rectangle.
Right. Okay.
If you make it no higher,
That might have been a previous rectangle, Pete.
Oh, was it a previous rectangle? Okay, fine. You didn't use my rectangle? Disgraceful.
Yeah, well, you know.
No higher than the theatre, perhaps.
I was going to say the dam, but yes, they're on the same northing. Near enough. So
yeah, that would be a bit better. And because of the way it picks, it's probably going to be slightly more likely to be in the further north parts of the hills as well for any individual bit of road. Yes, very well done. You're very clever.
You're stuck on my car. I can't reverse.
But it was quite a bit harder with figuring out the colors. So the rainbow mode is harder than the circle mode.
Especially with so many people.
Yeah, exactly.
With less people, and it's harder with many.
Yeah, I didn't.
Rainbow. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say I didn't feel too bad about, and chat encouraged me to not feel too bad about staying somewhere outside the city, being a bit outside the city because there are so many hunters. It seemed justified.
Yeah. Rainbow mode, from the hunter's perspective, it really, really, really needs very smooth and very rapid communication. Where are you going from? Where are you going to? Where are you now? Constantly cycling around. It needs tracking of every single hunter.
Yep.
So that you can work out
when you see a sole orange car that it's
Yeah.
I assume that's how I got
say,
spotted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's not about the sole
go ahead,
car. Sorry, it's not about the sole car. It's about there's nobody in the northern half of the city. Therefore, if Laurence is up there, we'll never see him. So it's about constantly trying to keep the hunters distributed.
Oh right, yes, okay, that's
that's exactly it. It's distribution across the city.
Yeah.
So we automatically tend to sort of slosh around together. You end up sort of bunching up. Yeah.
But not doing that is what actually got us the win in the end, because I was all the way down in industrial when you were spotted over by Pier, or your colour was spotted over. By Beach.
To be fair, it started at Pier, and then I called it out at movie studios, and someone else called it out further west.
Interesting. Because I came down out of the hills on the extreme, the big west main road, the one that goes to Basic University. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I went
I
past
can't
Graveyard. Yes.
Yeah,
And then looped
there
down onto the
were-
highway.
Yeah, on that thing, there were a whole bunch of cars over at Burger Shop, so pier entrance. Whole bunch of yellows.
Okay.
I think
I
it was
assumed we
Max
kept
said, "What about the highway?" So I went and checked that, and then Tristan saw a whole load of yellows at the other end of the highway,
I filled us already.
along with a solitary orange car, which was
And
you know,
also,
several miles
interestingly,
away from me.
a solitary orange car, a solitary pink truck, and a solitary green. I think it was. There was something else. There were 3 individual ones, but I was the only one that was in a vehicle. Mine was the only one that was a remotely good vehicle, so that's probably why it got more.
It was also the front one of those other colours, I think.
Okay.
The first yellow spot we had was I drove past Graveyard and the parked cars was yellow.
Right.
So
I
that's
came from
another
that area.
indicator. That's another indicator where parked cars will stay spotted a while longer than driving cars.
Yeah, that makes sense because they don't drive away.
Yeah.
Again.
I was going to change the spawn rate of your cars up to normal because I was thinking that might be an issue. But you have a normal spawn rate because you
because I'm not Laurence,
either
I'm
have
on
or don't
Wave
have Steam open.
Vice versa. Yeah, I think I do
Yeah.
have Steam open because I tried. Oh yes, I tried loading Factorio when we're having that issue with us testing Factorio in Windows. So I've actually logged back into Steam, so it's remembered my password. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, I was going to say I did feel like there were a lot of yellow cars around, so I didn't. So I reckon the spawn rate was about where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think for rainbow mode we need that.
Yes, agreed.
I think the rainbow mode is pretty good because it forces me, and that's new, to learn the places.
Tristan!
better, yeah.
Of course you're in a
Yes.
I survived.
Alas, I still get a pink Voltic to start in though.
Yeah, because pink is a valid colour.
Yeah. Where am? Oh.
Right. Bye, Laurence.
Okay. Bye bye. Elysian Island. Where's the way off? Here's the way off. No. Where? What the? This way. This way is the way off. Jeez. Elysian Island is difficult. it annoys me. Whoa. And not just because of things like that. Wheels. 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 There we go. Wheels. Right. Yes. I'll switch cars, then do an intro, I think. So if I can get up here into Ghetto, then hopefully I'll be able to find something reasonably sensible and a bit less hot pink. Yeah, here we go. What's that? Is that a... Is that a Sultan? I think. Yes, it is. Okay. Never mind. A Sultan's a fairly subtle sports car, but it's got a certain amount of oomph, so it might be a good one to take. Right. Okay, where is my checkpoint? I don't know yet. So let's do an intro anyway. Hello everybody, welcome to Laurence Plays, where we're playing Manhunt Checkpoint, where I am the prey. And that means I'm going to be driving around the city looking for checkpoints. There will be 5 of them in total for me to take, and I shall in a few seconds, there we go, be told where the first one is, La Puerta. That's fairly close, I think. I think that's a reasonably close checkpoint. Okay, so that's not a million miles away. And as you can probably guess by the way everything around me is the same fetching shade of yellow, we are playing in rainbow mode today. Rainbow mode is where all the cars, when they spawn in, will appear in the colour of the closest player. So, cars that appear around me appear in yellow because yellow is my nominated colour as the prey, just to make things reasonably obvious. Cars appearing around Tristan will be purple, and so on and so on. So the idea of this is it gives the hunters a different way to try and find me, as opposed to the version where they have a circle that tells them roughly where I am in the city, or well, any of the other things we come up with. Most of them are based around the circle, to be honest. I think that was agreed. I don't think there's a traffic light here. I've just been sitting at a stop sign forever. Okay. So yes, they will be trying to hunt me down and kill me. If they manage to kill me, they win the game. If I manage to take all the checkpoints, I win the game. Nice and simple. And basically, they will find me and track me down by looking for yellow cars. I can switch in. I can drive a different color car if I want. But if I do, well, that can give me away as well. Because if a hunter sees a lone green car surrounded by yellows, for example, they'll get suspicious of it. That helicopter's being kind of suspicious as well, but it's yellow, so it can't be a hunter. And they're not allowed to use helicopters, so it really can't be a hunter. Anyway, so there's always a dilemma of whether I should be using a yellow car or not, and I'm still not sure what the best answer is. But I tend to, I'll probably pick up some other colour cars at some point anyway, just because it keeps things a bit more interesting. There's a green light. Let's go. Yeah, it keeps things a bit more interesting if I use a variety of different colour cars, even if it does potentially give me away. Right, red light. Yeah, I suppose I could stop at a red light. Although everything's green around me, so I'm sort of reasonably everything's yellow around me. The cars are all yellow. The lights are red. Oh, there we go. There's a green light. Okay. I think I see some green headlights up ahead. Oh, there's definitely a green car there. No, I want to go straight on, so I do want this lane. But I can see some green cars around, so that means Mark is somewhere in the vicinity. And what's worse than that is Mark is going to say, hey, I found a load of yellow cars in the ghetto. Everybody come over here and help me look for him. So I'm actually going to turn right here and try and get on the highway, because I think that's going to be a way to get out of here without causing too much suspicion. If I can remember how you get on the highway from here anyway, I will. Take this corner and then up here and... where is it? Yeah, okay, so if I turn right here, I can carry on wiggling through. Rolling stop, there we go. A rolling stop must meaning not actually stopping, but you know. Come up here. Yeah, so if I turn right, no, this one's left, Laurence. This way's left. I know it's across traffic, but it's still left. So head over there, up that way. There's you can see they make out the highway bridge over there between the two roads. And if I get up onto the highway there, then I can skedaddle and basically get away from this area where they know that I'm somewhere in this area. Whether helicopters are allowed or not is a sort of a slightly contentious topic. So one of the runs, Pete did use a helicopter, and I think we then basically declared that it was cheating without prior arrangement because it's so overpowered compared to everything else. Yeah, basically what Ed said. There's suddenly Tristan. He's investigating that queue over there because it's a big queue of cars, and big queues of cars tend to get investigated. Ooh. So do cars that flash in the headlights, probably, so that was a bad move. But no, he's still investigating that Futo. Okay, well, he's welcome to investigate that all he wants, because it means he's leaving me alone, and that's what matters most. It was funny, but it was also kind of ruined. It spoiled the game a little bit because I didn't know that there was a helicopter tracking me, and there was really nothing there was no way I could have known. I think that's why it was so much of a problem. Because it was just a thing. It wasn't something I could have dealt with. It was not something I knew. Because I didn't know. I couldn't respond properly to it. Basically, I think that might be Mike there. It's a car it's an orange car and it's being sus. So it doesn't have underglow actually. So no, maybe it's not Mike. Maybe it's just an AI being a bit iffy. Right, here we go. Here's the highway. This is what I wanted to do just to get me out of here. Now, I've forgotten where La Puerta is exactly, so it seems to be kind of ghetto-ish. So I'm going to take this road this way. Basically, I've gone this way because I wanted to get away from all of those hunters, because there's too many of them in the area, and I got scared. Oh, it's there. Oh, I should come off at this exit. I'll come off at the next exit instead then, and find my way back round. Oh, this is not what I wanted to do. Actually, ooh, better idea. Turn around here like this, drop down, and just grab it immediately. Much better. I didn't even look before I did that handbrake turn. I really should look before I start doing stupid things like that. There's the checkpoint. Let's pull over this way. Now, I think that might be a Cornelius-coloured truck over there. So I can sit here in this. Oh no, it's not. It's a yellow one. I seem to be on my own. All right, in that case, let's just take it and get out of here again. Yes, I think this is probably wise. Because I can just sort of sneak in, grab it, and run away again. So there's a purple bus on the freeway over there. That's a concern. But yeah, there's lots of purple around here actually. So. But then the hunters who are spawning those in aren't necessarily on the freeway. They could be on the ghetto roads underneath it. So I'm just going to head over this way a bit. Wait for the La Puerta Freeway and LSIA. That's okay. I could get on the big bridge. No, that feels a little. let's head back along the freeway again. Turn around, head back this way. Right. So getting over to LSIA is always interesting because the highways do weird things for getting there. You'd think that the main highway would go straight to the airport because that's sort of how cities work, but it doesn't. You have to sort of change around, do weird things in the ghetto, and just try and explore your way over between one highway and then this sort of stubby highway that just drops into the airport. It's kind of odd, but never mind. Now it does say La Puerta Freeway, which I think is, yes, this is La Puerta Freeway. So maybe the next checkpoint is actually going to be on this road. Let's find out. It is not. Oh, Peter's shot Max. Well done there. And so therefore being summarily executed for poor sportsmanship. Okay, I think yes, there is. I think there's another exit from this highway. Ooh, I was all over the place there, but it doesn't seem to have mattered. Apparently, maybe that obviously wasn't. Maybe that wasn't Mike. In fact, it probably wasn't Mike because he'd have attacked me. And he's not glowing underneath either. So I'll come off here, and this will take me more or less, hopefully, to the more or less to the next checkpoint. This is going reasonably smoothly so far, I think. I feel like, yeah, I'm not having too much trouble getting to the checkpoint. I think I want to go... Oh, no, damn it, it's up on the bridge. Ah! I'm not going the right way at all. I shouldn't have come off there. Coming through. Ooh. Dodgy turn. Right, so it is on... Yeah, when it said La Puerta Freeway, it did actually mean it. It is on the freeway. It's on the massive bridge that crosses over the... what's the name? Over the sea. Yeah, I know the feeling, No God. I often think that a lot of the roads down here were designed by people who were either drunk or just not entirely, who were just not paying attention while they were doing it. Like we've got roundabouts where the lanes don't go in the right places. We've got various stupid things like that. So, yeah, I know your pain. What is that minibus doing? Let's get away from it. Right, is this... Yes, I think this is going to be on my side of the road. That's very convenient. Because this is funny, actually, because I nearly came over the bridge to get to here from the opposite direction, but that was for a previous checkpoint, though, so it wouldn't have actually helped. But yes, it looks like I am now doing a run over the massive bridge and taking this checkpoint here. Boop. There we go. The checkpoint effect is that people get out of cars. Lovely. That's at least because I have to stop to take checkpoints. It's oh, I didn't see him until it was too late. Oh, now I've got blood all over the front of my car. Yeah, the nice thing is at least because I have to stop to take a checkpoint, I don't end up dying because I go through a checkpoint because I get out of my car at high speed. That's about the only thing I can say in favour of that system, though. Alright, I'm going to stick with the Sultan until I find something else. Rockford Hills. Okay, that's not too bad. So again, sticking on this, I'm going to stick with the highway in order to get round over to that part of the city, because I think this is going to be the easiest way to do it. Bobcat with a boat trailer can be good fun. Yeah, if I stick with the highway, I can follow it up round and come off at Casino. I either go straight through the middle, or I go straight through the middle of the city along the main highway and come off at colourful car park. Or I come off at... yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best way. The alternative would be to come off at the casino and filter my way through the city there. But I think sticking on the highway is going to be a much more effective way of getting around. I feel like I've spent half this run on the highway, actually. That's interesting, because I thought the Americans were very, very keen on setting their roads up like on grid modes, on grids. So having lots of one-way streets that intersect at weird angles is not very American, is it really? But yeah, I can sort of sympathise with that. Well, I mean, I've driven in central London, which is lots and lots of one-way streets that intersect at weird angles. So yeah, I understand your pain. Ooh, there's some mark-coloured vehicles, and there's Mike. Okay, I'm not going to hang around here. In fact, there's both of them, both Mark and Mike. So now we've got a lime, an orange, and a lemon all in a chase together. Great. Am I going the correct way? No, this is out. This is leaving the city. This is not where I want to go. Oh, actually, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Oh, and there's pink cars going in the other direction. So, yeah. Now they're sticking with me because we're all in sports cars. So we're all fairly evenly matched, and just hooning in a straight line down a highway. Not Doesn't really get you away from a chase. Dropping off the highway, however, is significantly more effective, especially when none of the people chasing you appear to be quite expecting you to do it. So, yeah, very pleased with that. That was a fantastic dodge. I'm going to be, yes, extremely smug about that for all of about 20 seconds. There's green cars here. I'm just going to keep going across the city because I'm heading towards the next checkpoint anyway. There's lots of red cars here. I don't like that. That means there's a red hunter around somewhere. Let's go up here and try and find an alternative vehicle, because I think this one is ever so slightly burned. I'm not sure what gave me away to Mike, whoever it was who was driving that one. Whoever found me first. It was Mike who found me first. So there we go. Oh, Mark is still with me. Damn it! I thought I got away. I didn't look behind me well enough, because apparently I just don't do that. Yeah, and Mark is, as we all know, quite tenacious. So yeah, Hoon across the city again. He's dropped back a bit. Sultan handles reasonably nicely, actually. Quite happy with that. Which I guess therefore means any accidents I do have are my own fault for not slowing down enough. For, oh, for goodness sake, not slowing down enough for junctions and other road users. Right, so this is the point where I start to go a little bit quiet, because I'm trying to concentrate on my driving, at least concentrate on finding all of the trees. Anyway, thank you. I guess that gets me going again. There's the checkpoint. I'm not going to take it. I haven't been faffing around with this one particularly yet, so I don't feel the need to necessarily go to. It's not one of those where I'm getting frustrated by a specific checkpoint. I'm just slightly frustrated that I got spotted, and actually mostly frustrated that I stopped to go and change cars when there was still a hunter behind me and that I hadn't spotted. He partly got yes, he did get taken out, or at least he took himself out by the tree. Nice. So let's keep going. There's oranges around here. That's worrying, because that means Mike. And oh, now we seem to be getting back into yellow territory. That's a good thing for me. Now, whether they're able to follow the trail of yellow cars I'm leaving, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Mike. I don't think he spotted me. Let's make sure my lights are off, just in case. And head down this way. If I could find another sort of obscure corner of the map and find somewhere to change cars. Yeah, down here would be good. There tend to be quite a lot of sporty cars down here, I think, because this is an affluent area. So hopefully I'll be able to find something worth changing it. I'm not taking that one, not after what happened last time. Oh, smash. This is where I find I haven't actually lost Mark, and he's still right behind me. No, those are the sounds I make when I'm trying to identify cars and deciding which ones to steal. Now, I don't really want to steal one from the side of the road, because that's how you get a broken window, and that makes you a bit more obvious. So I'm going to take this Oracle, even though it's not the best of the cars around. Here, the bike would be funny. Ooh, and probably very, very quick. Now I've mashed up this Oracle already. But the problem with taking a bike is that I can't put a helmet on, so I'm going to stick out a bit, and it's difficult to and you're very vulnerable on a bike as well. That's the other problem. Okay, I kind of want something better than an Oracle. That'll do. I'll take another Zion. It's been a very no, that one. Oh, bother. All right, give me the Zion. Well, I'm supposed to steal it from this side. Oh, you just teleports the driver out. Okay, I did wonder. GTA's response to I don't know how to play an animation is just teleport the driver out of the car, and it appears that works for AIs as well as players. What's that in front of me? No, it's no better than what I'm in at the moment. Right, okay, let's try and get back up to Rockford Hills now. That's not too far, I think. I'm on the right. I thought that was going. I thought it was going straight on because it went so slowly. Yeah, so I'm on the right side of the city, east-westwards wise, but I'm quite a long way south of where I actually want to be. So we'll head off this way. Here comes Mike. There goes Mike. Kind of. He's attacking that Fusillade. So actually, not having not picked up a sports car was quite good for me, because Mike is now attacking. He's not paying attention to this one because it's not as good a car. All right, yes he is. Okay, well we had a moment or two without a chase anyway, so that was a start. But now we're back in one again. So yeah, I guess that keeps things interesting at least. We'll try and head back over towards the next checkpoint, I suppose. Now, yeah, I don't think there was really much else I could have done there, because I was just sat still at traffic lights. So okay, thank you. Yeah, I was just sat still at a traffic lights. So there's Mark as well. That's all right. We'll go this way then. So yeah, it was just unlucky that Mike happened to turn up and then identified the cars and identified the one that was me. So yeah, c'est la vie. But what can you do? The problem with going up this road, as has just been demonstrated, is that there's only really one way you can go, and that means it's a bit too easy for the hunters to set up ambushes, as was just demonstrated by the fact that I got shot at, which I think is a little bit rude. Let's go up here. Up. Here? Right, let's go this way actually. Because I got slowed down so much, so I'm gonna. Oh dear. Oh no, I've been in here before and it went badly that time as well. Yeah, it turns out this garden is a dead end, or more or less a dead end. Yes, so this is bad. Is there a way out of here? These hedges all look unclimbable to me. However, I don't think I got followed in here. So maybe I can sneak back out again without unfortunate things happening to my face. Yeah, so I came in. I did this in a previous run as well, and it was equally unfortunate that time in that I got completely stuck. There's lots of yellow around here, so that's going to make the hunters suspicious. Can I jump over this? No. But I think if I hide in this rose bush, I'm going to be pretty safe. Even if Max comes down here and investigates this area. Now the alternative, now what I probably will want to do is for getting away, is wait for him to clear off. And then go and pick up that comet. Oh, is that? Let's try and hide over here. Is that Max or is that no, I think that's that AI NPC I saw standing around in the gardens earlier when I was going through. They're shooting. He's panicking. Yeah, so there's the various gardener NPCs who are being terrified by all the shooting that's going on. I think that's fairly nearby. They know I'm in the area because there's still lots and lots of yellow cars around. Yeah, there's Max's hearse. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't have come back round here. This might be unfortunate. Maybe he's gone actually. Alright, let's take the Comet. That's not a Comet, that's even better, that's a Rapid GT. I could take his hearse, which would be funny, but I'm not sure that's going to go well. Let's get out of here then. I think I've got Pete on my tail there. That's rather unfortunate. He was right there as I came out of the out of the road. So yeah, that nearly went well, but actually in the end it turns out that there was just happened to be a hunter in the wrong place at the wrong time from my point, or the right place at the right time from his point of view, I guess. So yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, at least I managed to get away from there this time. Last time I ended up stuck in that driveway. I went in there at high speed with a hunter right behind me because I thought it was just going to be a way through. Turned out it wasn't a way through. I got wedged in there and then jumped out of the car because that was about all I could do, and then just immediately got shot because that tends to be what happens. So yeah. That was a nice bit of a stoppie from Tristan there in the comment, which I'm quite impressed with. I didn't know 911s could go up on their front wheels like that, no matter how hard you stamp on the brakes. So well done there. I assume he's still behind me, but if I then go off here at an unknown speed, I can land my car neatly on its roof and skedaddleo. Like this. Is that Pete? That's Pete, damn it. And all of them, blimey. So much colourful. So yeah, well done to them for using the highway to get back over here to where I was. Well, actually, they're probably just chasing me down the highway because they knew that's where I was going. However, I think I've got enough speed, and they were all going in the other direction, that if I just keep my foot down, I might be able to come off at Colourful Car Park and head up and grab the checkpoint without them being able to see and stop me. There's an abandoned green car there. That one's safe because it's abandoned. Let's get back around here and whoa. I think I ran out of grip or talent or possibly both. The roads feel very, very empty all of a sudden. Oh, for goodness sake, this car! Do not want this car. It's just too much. Oh, come on. This one. The Alpha. Let's take the Alpha. Then immediate U-turn, and we'll head off this way. There's the checkpoint. Right. Oh, that was quite a good chase actually, and I feel pleased with myself for the way I managed to shake off the hunters. Anyone behind me? Nobody behind me. Stopping the checkpoint. Take the checkpoint. What's going to happen? I'm going to take the checkpoint. Excellent. There doesn't seem to have been. There has been an effect. It is now nighttime. Welcome to nighttime. Also to Mike. Oh no. Ah! That time I did run as soon as he started to get out of the car, and that just meant I lost some tyres. Well, it meant I lost some tyres. He'd probably still have shot me even if I hadn't done that, I guess. He would probably have got out and shot me instead of the tyres if I hadn't done that. So actually, it's a good thing, but overall, it now means I'm in a sports car with a tyre missing, and that's problematic. How am I going to get? What am I going to do? Is my question here. Because once I'm missing a tyre, I'm in trouble. Can I teleport over there? No, I can't. No, don't go that way. Don't go. Well, no, don't get back in. Oh, for goodness sake.
Across the highway.
Tyres.
Wah, wah.
It's right here somewhere. Hey.
That was 4, I think.
Yeah.
It took.
Oh, you were
yeah,
on to the
that's right.
fourth one.
I was on the 4th one.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay. Oh well. Still, I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of driving around and not seeing people very much, but yeah, I think with this many players, rainbow mode is quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
But also for us, I think. I think that's quite a good mode with that many people.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You just have to get better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, get good.
Get good, man.
Yeah,
It was
I
quite
know.
funny. I spotted your car in the houses.
Yeah, I nearly took yours on the way out. I was very tempted to take your hearse, but I decided that the Rapid GT would probably do me better.
I was about to say a broken a blue hearse.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it being a good car to take, but it would have been amusing, which is enough, sometimes enough of a reason.
Fair enough. But when we drove the corner, because was I passenger at that time? No, I wasn't passenger at that time, because of course because I had my own car. I looked in that road and I saw a bunch of yellow cars driving that way. I think I might have spotted you then, but like one of like 4 yellow cars. I'm like, okay, I'll continue because it's not very likely he went here. But because we lost line of sight there of you.
Yeah, I got quite lucky.
Immediately,
around the corner there.
Yeah, but I was pretty sure the fact that you would have gone in one of those roads or something like that, because just the fact that
Yeah, it's. I've been. I went in there in a run a few weeks back and got stuck in there. And that time the hunter was much closer behind me, and the dead end
Yeah,
did me in.
that was me that. But yeah, I checked. I looked in the road, so it might be good footage from my perspective in that case. Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you must have been in my field of view, but there were 4 cars.
I'm not sure if that. I don't think that run is going to make a video because I think there was. While some of the chases towards the end of it were okay, I think there was a lot of nothing happening earlier on in it, and it probably won't. So it probably won't make the cut.
Yeah, the ideal one has us finding and losing you
A
at
lot.
least once.
Yeah.
Mm.
If it's a single chase, then nah.
Yeah,
But there was
exactly.
a point in there with the checkpoint where we all got thrown out of our cars, at least.
Yeah, that's always
Oh
fun.
yeah, I want to look at. Are we finishing there, by the way?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about that sort of time. Yeah, the nice thing about the new having to stop to take checkpoints thing is that at least when I get thrown out of my car, I don't die.
Yeah. You managed to kill me with that a few times.
Excellent. Yeah, those basically. If I end up in that road, there's a choice of 2 different gardens to go into, neither of which has any way out of them as far as I can tell. Certainly not for car, and probably not on foot either, because it's all hedges and you usually can't climb over hedges.
So the discount Banshee can go through, I think.
Pardon?
Discount Banshee can go through, I think.
No, there aren't any other ways out, I don't think.
I think, yeah, there is a gate.
Apart from that way.
There's a gate on the other end. Come here.
Oh, is there? Maybe I missed it. I didn't look very carefully. But...
What was the timestamp you noted down for me?
I typed
It's
it
in
in
chat.
chat.
Ah,
228.
228.
thank you.
Yeah, I saw that pop up and was vaguely curious. No, there's no gate in
Some
this
sort of
garden, I don't think.
spectacular.
That was when you caused the bail out of vehicles.
Okay.
Because I had a mildly entertaining thing happen.
Alright, well, thank you everybody who's been watching. We're going to end the stream there because it's now about 10:30 and that seems like a good time to end a stream. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the runs and watch out for some of them and various other stuff appearing on the YouTube in the future. I'll see you in the next stream and thanks for watching again. Once again, thanks for watching and yes, goodbye.
Bye, guys.